What the fuck?
Hello.
What the fuck is this?
It is me.
Wait.
Watashi Machine.
I just realized that the reason I couldn't hear you very well is because your mic wasn't even turned up.
What the fuck?
Now it is. Hi.
No one could hear me say hello.
I was wondering, because I'm so used to when I stream with Jeremy, he doesn't speak directly into the microphone, so I'm always kind of like, huh? What? What are you saying?
I know good mic etiquette, first of all.
You do. But you can't blame me for being so used to...
I too am a streamer.
Also, this microphone is a condenser and it does sort of pick you up a little, so I was just like, you're like maybe not speaking in the microphone right away. And then you started doing it, and I was like, oh,
no,
you were on 0 volume.
No, I can talk into a microphone.
Yeah.
It's pointing directly at my mouth.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yes,
I know you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
I like hearing my voice.
I like hearing your voice.
Gay?
That is pretty gay.
Yeah.
So be like, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, no, it is pretty gay, yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I know nothing about this series.
So, just to give you... So, there's 2 of them. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on the Switch are... It's both games.
Yes.
There's 5 cases per game.
Standard.
I want you to think of this game, though, of these 2 games, as one game. So think of a game that has 10 cases. Okay,
yeah, that's fair.
Because that's realistically kind of how it, like, ends up being. Is that, like, if you play just, like, I would never... If I had just played the first one, and then had to wait for the second one, I would have been so pissed.
Oh, is like a continuation type thing a little bit?
It's not... So there is... It's like there is an ending to, like... So the 5th case is going to feel like it's going to feel like... But it won't feel... quite satisfying because there's still a lot of unanswered questions.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
And then the second game pretty much answers all the questions.
That makes sense.
So it's like it's better to think of them, though, both of them as like companion pieces.
Yeah.
So like that's the important part. They're all like all the cases I think are pretty decent. Obviously, you know, there's some that are better than others. The first case is generally always going to be like kind of standard because it's always a tutorial case. Yeah,
but even so, I can only think of one case in all of Ace Attorney that I really despise. And everyone knows what it is because it's everyone else's least favorite case too. I just don't need to specify. Everybody who's ever played Ace Attorney knows what the worst case is.
Talking about Turnabout Big Top for those.
We sure are talking about Turnabout Big Top. Hell yeah!
And this from the second game is the 3rd case of the second game.
I'm not the biggest fan of Recipe for a Turnabout either.
Neither am I. Actually.
Other than that, though, I'm pretty fond of most Ace Attorney cases.
I like pretty much every other case.
Even the most basic of ones. Even like Game 1, Case 1. Like
Game 1, Case 1 is good.
It's good. It's short. It's to the point. It's a tutorial.
It's a very good tutorial.
It's good. It tells you everything that you need to know.
So you just hit Select Adventure so we're playing on my Switch right now.
Oh yeah. Thanks, by the way, for letting me play like on your Switch because I do not have this game and I do not have the money to buy games right now.
It's good. It's fine.
And I know that you've played through this recently.
Yes, somewhat recently at this point. It's like been a couple months at this point.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed.
And I really wanted to play it with you.
I really enjoyed this series quite a bit. I didn't think I would, to be honest, because I'm not. I was never. So it was like
because you love Ace Attorney.
I do love Ace Attorney, but it was also like this is like a prequel, and it's like take place in like the past, and it's from what I had understood. There's no other than like the ancestry connection. There's no like you could play these standalone.
Right.
And have never played a Phoenix Wright game and could start with this one and it would all still work. Like there's no knowledge you need of Phoenix Wright in any capacity.
Right.
Even though in this he goes by his Japanese name. So your name
even in he really goes by that's so cool.
He's Ryuichi Naruhodo.
I love that.
Because
I love the name Phoenix Wright is great, but I always really love the name Naruhodo.
Yeah.
Because Naruhodo is really funny to me.
Yeah. It for those who don't know, Naruhodo essentially means like
I understand, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, really funny name. And they make a lot of use. They get a lot of mileage out of the name Phoenix Wright as well.
Yes, they do.
But
like,
I
you're
still
wrong, Mr. Wright.
Yeah. And those they're great, but it's not quite as clever to me. And I've always really loved.
Yeah. So he goes by the Japanese name. So you kind of have to know that Phoenix Wright's Japanese name is Naruhodo to understand that there is like an ancestral link.
But I'm a turbo nerd, so I knew that.
But other than that, there is no.
But that's fine. I never had a problem. You know, it's like the way. I mean, I guess Phoenix isn't present. I guess Phoenix is present in Apollo Justice, but it never bothered me that he's not like, the main character and you don't play as him.
Yeah, that was never an issue for me. It wasn't that like it had no connect. It was just that like I wasn't sure. Like,
also, hi guys.
The time period was like I don't know if I am super big on the time period. It's like but
this is Meiji era.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah, like the time period, like the technology is different, so they have different.
It's not far enough back to be anything.
I'm pretty sure it's Meiji.
I think it's Meiji.
I think they mentioned it's Meiji specifically, which is why I'm agreeing with you. New game.
Yeah, I'm just oh fuck. Maybe I shouldn't have hit that while you were like mid, because cuts.
No.
Sorry.
Cutscene is fine.
Okay, well, everyone shut up for a sec. Hold that thought though.
Transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation.
I like the music already.
You're just good in this game.
The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Oh man, it kind of reminds me of the Layton crossover game a little in that way,
yes,
which is such a good game.
It is reminiscent of that, I will say.
Uh-oh.
Hey, so guess who the first defendant is?
One man.
What? Who?
Who could it be?
Was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Damn, that's crazy.
No, damn, what?
Who could have predicted that it was you?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's old habits die hard. You're the defendant. Bienvenue à la carnival.
Fuck, no. French is my weakness. I can't speak or pronounce any French.
You just, how you say, wee wee pee pee.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna, like, not proceed through this so that you could finish if you had a thought you were finishing.
It was mostly just, like, I wasn't, like, you know how for me it's, like, I'm not super big on fantasy settings. Not that this is a fantasy setting, but it's, like, part of why I don't like fantasy settings is that it's, like, I really like modern settings quite a lot.
Yeah, I do. I knew that about you. So, yeah. This isn't quite, this is, like, Meiji's, like, Victorian era in Europe. So it's like it's not really fantasy, but I know what you mean because it's so removed from modern.
It's older and it's not just so the technology is different. They don't have access to the same things and like everyone, or at least those who know or know who I am, know that like Earthbound is like my favorite game. One of the things that really drew me to Earthbound was that, like, pretty much every RPG otherwise was in a fantasy setting.
Right. Yeah, at that time especially. Yeah. There were no modern-placed RPGs.
And Earthbound is like, hey, no, this is modern. Like, you use your phone, there's an ATM, there's, like...
You beat the shit out of dogs with a baseball bat.
Baseball and the cops. It's, like, it was very modern, so I was like, that's dope. I really like modern settings. That shaped my life in a lot of ways. And it's like, Final Fantasy VI is a weird middle ground, where Final Fantasy VI is fantasy setting, but also sort of steampunk as well.
It does because you know, like the Magitech stuff.
Right,
I totally get that.
So it's there's like this weird middle ground. Which
Though
is why
I would almost
VI gets a pass for me.
I would almost place 6 in an era similar to this, like more Victorian-esque than modern per se. Because it does feel a little more like that.
They have mechs, though.
Yeah, but steampunk always is like more Victorian-like.
Yeah, I agree. And so
it's
it was
like what if in the Victorian era we had robots?
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of thing. That's basically what steampunk is.
So I just wasn't sure like how much I would vibe with the game, even though I love Phoenix Wright. It was just like, you know, these are completely new characters. So I have to, like, you know, reconnect with characters I don't know anything about, as opposed to every other Phoenix Wright game where it's like there's always some link back to the first Phoenix Wright game, no matter what. Like, there's some link back to Phoenix in some way.
He's always kind of around even when he's not around.
Right. Even the Edgeworth games, it's like Phoenix in the Edgeworth games, Phoenix is not in the games in any capacity except for he's technically in like the background of like you can see like there's like a boat in the one of the background scenes, and it's Phoenix and Maya in a boat, and Edgeworth is like, I think I recognize those two, but I can't quite put my finger on it type thing. It's like
please,
like that's the extent, and also Edgeworth never names Phoenix by name. He's just like, that's what that man would do. Like,
oh, that man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like but there's always a link back to the original, which is like
and it's Edgeworth, and
exactly.
You know Edgeworth by then.
Like
we love Edgeworth.
Every Phoenix Wright game has always had like just there's some familiarity with it. So for this, it's like the only connection is their ancestry,
right?
And that was it. So it's like I have to reconnect with these characters. I don't know if I like these.
They
characters.
have to pass the vibe check.
Yeah, and I didn't know but they do. I liked it a lot. I like the characters quite a bit, and it's still Phoenix Wright. They did a great job with it. So I think you'll really enjoy it.
Y'all know me. A bitch loves high fantasy settings in general. So
also, hello everyone in the chat. I feel bad that we're not mentioning you about. I see Saisi.
Yeah.
I see
Cynthia and Sotenbori.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19th century core. Yeah, that's about right. But like, yeah, I can vibe with it. I love Phoenix Wright stuff, and I have a feeling that it'll probably just mesh well for me regardless. I mean, I'll miss certain characters for sure, but I'm sure like that's not. I just love these games in general. As long as it keeps in line with the spirit of Ace Attorney.
Oh, it absolutely does.
Then I'll be good. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I loved. So I was really happy with these games, and I think overall, like the two games together, I'm like, this was incredible. Like I had such a great time with them. So let's jump into it, bro.
22nd of November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of
Judicature.
Why can't I say that word? Defendant's Antechamber 5. Oh no, I had reverb, but I don't have it set up now. I gotta fix that for next time.
So
I didn't even think about it.
If we're using so basically, since we're using my Switch, that requires that for every one of these streams, it's gonna be me. So should I just be Ryuichi?
Yeah, sure. That's like the next thing is like figuring out who voices who.
So you're gonna have to voice a handful of guy characters.
That's fine. I don't mind that.
Just as a heads up, but I just figure. But there is like. I mean, the same way there's Phoenix and Maya, there is like a Phoenix and Maya.
Oh yeah, like a assistant character.
Yes.
And like the way it always happens with me and Sid is that one of us will always take the defense and the other will take the prosecution. And generally, like I'll take the judge probably, and then Sid will take whoever's on the stand. Like we'll just kind of alternate whatever. And I'm not really married to the judge either, so like we can wing it.
We can wing it if you want me to voice a character. Just let me know. If not, I might jump in at certain points.
Well, and also you've played this before, so if there's characters that you
Saisi just hard calls me out.
You know it's happening.
Yeah, no, there is one character. There's definitely a character at some point who's getting the Teen Girl Squad voice, but it comes down to like
you know it. You know it's happening.
Basically, whenever I whip out the Teen Girl Squad voice, it's like, oh, I'm out of voices. So I gotta go back to the
old faithful.
Yeah, Old Faithful comes out. I still can't believe it.
I still can't believe it's happening.
My thing is a little. But yeah,
Do you have Echo or no?
I don't think I do anymore. But I know that I can easily set it up in OBS. It's on this computer, OBS. That's why I never set it up over here. But I will for next time because we're gonna play this. I swear we're gonna stick to playing this consistent. We're gonna finish this damn game on stream. I promise.
I will make sure.
I'm making this promise for Daniel and for myself, and Daniel will hold me to it.
Breaks glass in case of lack of voices. It's like, oh fuck.
What do? I'm the murderer. This is not a drill.
Okay, I still
just
can't...
pretend you have an echo.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
I still can't believe it. Still can't believe this is happening. How could it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate?
I wonder. I don't actually know much about what. Because I know now the justice system in Japan is really fucking messed up. and how like 99.9% of people get convicted regardless if they're innocent or guilty. I don't know what it was like back then. What?
Oh, no, nothing.
Save your glares, murderer!
Oh, damn it. Sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Yeah, that's what it's actually. It's Ryunosuke, not Ryuichi.
That's Phoenix, isn't it?
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's
I think
Ryuichi. Naruhodo is Phoenix.
It's Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial.
Damn, so he's a youngin'. Wait, whom?
That's enough! That's enough!
Immediately. Oh, fuck, who is this guy? He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Can you turn the fan off, please?
Nah, that shit gotta wave in the wind.
Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you! You haven't even graduated yet! Damn. It is just going. It is so drafty in here. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Damn, that's cold. Right, Ryunosuke?
Oh, yes, of course, sorry.
Ellipses. What are you apologizing to me for?
Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault.
Yeah, you apologize too much, bro.
Ellipses. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
There you go again, apologizing. I literally just said not to do that. Just like always.
Breach, I said shut the fuck up.
Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yunmei University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Did you?
Of course not! You have to believe me! I didn't do it! I could never murder someone.
Well, that settles it. Case closed. Let's go home.
Alright, let's just head on home.
And there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high.
You mean...
I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke.
Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. Also in his second year at Yume University.
Wait, how am I your lawyer then? Wait, what? Huh?
Listen, don't worry about the conflict of interest.
Huh?
But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact.
Yeah, but still, a student.
Hey, listen, shut the fuck up. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive considering he's still an undergraduate.
It's not that impressive.
Hey, shut the fuck up. I was just complimenting you, brother.
Also, wasn't that like your internal monologue? Apparently, I'm a mind reader. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. Really? Interesting. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet.
You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly.
Yeah, he seems like the homie. Sure hope that nothing bad happens to him.
3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started.
I can apparently still hear you, you know.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
It's still going.
Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're gonna get to study abroad at last.
I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court.
So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world.
Which, according to the Ace Attorney universe, is like Germany, right?
It's Britain.
But, you know.
Yeah, it's Britain. I'm really happy for you, and proud, as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name.
Actually, if it is Britain, that's interesting, because in the Japanese version of the original Ace Attorney games, Von Karma and Francesca are from
They're from
the
Germany.
UK, aren't they?
No, they're from Germany.
Aren't they? Really?
They're from Germany.
I thought that was a change that they made.
No, they're from Germany. I think it mostly just says they're from Europe.
Ah, maybe that's where I'm getting confused. Because I feel like I remember seeing it wasn't specifically Germany, and then the US translation was like, no, it was Germany.
I think it says that they're just from Europe. Specifically, and they didn't.
Well, then that's my ignorance, just assuming that Europe is just Britain. But, you know,
no, it's
Britain gonna Britain, so...
I mean, their name is Von Karma, so
Well, I don't know what their names are in the Japanese version.
That's a good question.
Because Von Karma is just the localization.
Yeah.
If only Diana were here. The country of California, Britannia. Oh shit, whoops.
He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple, and this strange wind that just keeps blowing.
He just has a fan around at all times. It's like, I don't care if this is supposed to be the Meiji era. He has like a mini fan in his collar that's like blowing the air behind him at all times.
Go Karma. Like his G-O-U-K-A-R-U-M.
Go Karma?
Go Karma, so Go Karma, yeah.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Can mean several things depending on if you look at... Potentially as karma is a Japanese pronunciation for karma. Go may come from the word goka, which could be the effect of karma, or fires of hell.
Yeah.
Kanji-wise, karma means a demon which hunts, and go comes from erai, which means great or excellent. All of them are pretty fitting. This is for Manfred, specifically.
Yeah. But yeah, I always got the impression that they specifically made the choice in the localization to move them to Germany specifically, but it wasn't really. But I don't know.
I think they. No, I think for Von Karmas they never specifically say they're from Germany. They just say from Europe. The people they say are from Germany are Clavier and Christoph.
Yeah. True. Oh well, I'll fact check this shit later. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. Well, this isn't gonna go well. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes.
The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too.
Nah. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together.
If only it were that simple, but I guess we could fuck hella bitches.
You could fuck hella bitches. That's true. Oh dear, look at the time. Better be going.
Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer.
Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. I'll see you in English class tomorrow then. Partner. Gay? It wouldn't be Ace Attorney if it wasn't a little bit gay.
It was straight after that.
No, it was gay after that.
That's when it happened. It was mega gay after that. Asogi, may I have a word?
Ooh. Oh, cute kimono. Hell yeah, gay. Oh my god, that emote is so good.
Is it gay? Is it the chop?
It's the nut button, but it's gay. It's so good. Whose emote is that? I'm good, yeah. I want to know.
Yo, fuck shit up.
You gotta go down a little bit and over. There you go. Shenpai. Never heard of him.
It's a very good emote.
It's a good emote. Professor, I didn't know you were coming.
Well, this case has personal significance to me.
Why, because you murdered him?
But never mind that for now. Asogi.
I know how these games go. He's got that murderer look in his eye.
You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. Tell him I did it.
To His Excellency's chambers? Why?
Ooh, scandalous. He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision.
You know, with the courts being pretty new, I can forgive the whole conflict of interest thing. That probably did not
just
exist.
Like, we don't have enough lawyers, dog.
Yeah, it's like, no, you can defend your best for who cares.
It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. Give him this sexy-looking letter and pay no attention to the kiss mark I made on it. Also, don't look at the photo. It's extremely erotic.
Oh, my. I see. I'll go at once, then. You are so cute. Please don't be the murderer.
I shall accompany you.
All right, then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom.
Yes, thanks, Kazuma. Ellipses. Ellipses. This is awkward. There's so many ellipses happening right now in a row. If I may. Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right.
Who kissed this letter with coral blue #2 semi-gloss lipstick?
It couldn't have been me.
I don't think, I mean, you might be able to see that I have that, but many people could have that lipstick. It could be anyone, honestly.
Could have it.
My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University.
He so did it. He's so guilty. I just know it in my bones. It's too... If I was a forensic guy in university, that would be like the perfect alibi in this time period. Be like,
I know a lot about forensics
I could
to
totally
get away with a murder.
Yeah, potentially I could stage a crime scene. Just, you know, theoretically.
Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asugi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand.
Yes, best friends.
As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asugi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. Excuse me.
My brain is just like, it's not that great.
Yeah, you know what? I just consider it okay, Britain.
We can just call it Britain.
We could just call it, you know, mid-Britain.
Yeah,
it's
pretty mid.
However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked. Never granted again.
Interesting.
He does look like Omni-Man. I know exactly what you're saying.
Omni-Man?
So Omni-Man is from Invincible. You probably
I'm gonna need to see. I mean, it's possible.
Because Omni-Man was in several memes.
I do love some meme. I have a feeling I know. Because my brain went, what meme? Yep, I know the meme.
That's Omni-Man.
Yep.
You're correct. The gray and the black are reversed. They are similar.
They really look alike.
The mustache is very similar, and it's just slightly. The eyebrows are the biggest difference. Mikotoba has some crazy eyebrows going on.
I love a thick eyebrow, though.
A thick eyebrow, great, but I 100% see what you're saying, Sotenbori. Japanese Omni-Man.
He's so fucking guilty, though.
What? As I suspected, you were unaware of this.
You know what? This is the first case. Maybe it's not that twisty, but,
I don't know. The problem is that you're going based off of, apologestis.
Yeah. Well, my brain is just immediately like, this guy just showed up and has immediate interest in this case, and he has nothing to do with my lawyer, so I immediately suspect him. Also, I think I've seen the girl before. I think she's a big character in this game, and I'm like, sure would be inconvenient if your, dad or parental-like figure was tragically an actual fucking murderer, wouldn't it? It's like, that would certainly suck for you and make for some great storytelling, wouldn't it? That'd be a great literary device. Also, no one else has showed up yet, unless it's the bailiff.
That would be.
That'd be so
I really want the
amazing.
bailiff to be the murderer one of these times.
I would love
Just
that
the
so
asshole
much.
bailiff, just kind of like. Oh,
It was the bailiff all along.
Oh fuck.
The biggest twist that I would love would be if Kazuma was the murderer, because but I feel like that's more of like a last case twist
That's
scenario.
like a last case type twist. For
But
sure.
I would be like, that would be delicious if the person who was supposed to be defending you turned out later to be a big ass. I'll
that's
never
kind of-
recover from Fulbright. Like that's the thing.
But it's like it's also Clavier. Or no, it's Kristoff.
Oh, Kristoff. Yeah, that's right.
It's also
True,
Kristoff.
true.
Kristoff is a pretty big. It's humongous, to be honest.
It didn't. I think
in
I
terms
saw
of-
it coming more than I did with Fulbright.
Well, they set it up far more in the case where you're like, oh, more and more like Kristoff is seeming, especially because his actions during the trial are like, hey, like what the fuck you doing, dog? Like he's like really defensive, as opposed to Fulbright, where you're just like all of a sudden you're like, oh wait a second.
Yeah, I get no hints at all until the very last case, and then suddenly things made sense.
Suddenly you're like,
And I was like, oh no, all the things from in that case? Oh.
No, with
Like,
Chris,
Ace Attorney has never fucked me up as badly. Usually I can see a lot of the twists coming,
Yeah.
but Fulbright totally blindsided
I didn't
me.
see Kristoff coming either, but it was more Fulbright was more surprising comparatively.
Yeah.
Because, like the whole thing with Kristoff, it's like it's the first case, so you don't expect something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was for me that was why I liked. It was one of the reasons I really liked Apollo Justice. It's like the first case.
Apollo Justice gets such a bad rap too.
It's such a good game.
It's great.
So sick. Like I understand
Y'all need to settle down.
I understand people's problems with Apollo Justice.
Yeah.
But y'all need to get the fuck over it.
Yeah, for real. Apollo is great.
Because it's like, people are just like...
Hobo Hodo is great.
Hobo is great, and people are like, let's go make no sense, because it's like, they're doing time travel, and how does the evidence time travel? And it's like, bro, it's Phoenix Wright. None of this shit makes sense, ever.
What the hell? Like, what? You literally cross-examine a parrot in the first game.
Yeah,
what are you talking
exactly.
about?
It's like, there's a character named Spark Brushel who you hate at first, and then you realize, actually, this guy kind of sick, actually. Mm-hmm. And like it's just overall the game is quality in my opinion.
Yeah, I really like Apollo
Justice, and it seems like there's
also just Emma
is great.
Emma everywhere, Emma all the time.
Yeah.
I love Emma.
Gee, and the snackoos.
And those snackoos. Fucking, it's so good.
I had a feeling Asugi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand! Why would the government do such a thing?
Why does the government do anything? Because they don't fucking care about you, brother.
Government's stupid, right? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it.
What? The government doesn't care about me? What?
Ellipses. But I didn't do it! I swear it! I'm not a murderer! I'm sure that's true.
I'm sure you're sure. I'm sure you're sure that's true.
God damn it. I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial.
Wow, suddenly the music got really intense, so now I know it's gotta be bad.
Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand. Once proceedings get underway, I'm being cryptic.
What the fuck? Why?
know, it's just your life at stake. Ooh.
Come on, man. What the fuck?
But then what should I do?
It's almost like you don't want me to win.
Well, how about you go fuck yourself? Naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do.
Wait, am I getting married?
To me. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not... Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not.
Hey, Hey, defendant. I'm definitely not the murderer, but I really wish you were. Court's about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. I can't wait to see the judge.
It would seem our surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as a defendant, the final decision is yours.
What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Go fuck yourself.
Guess I'll die. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder.
Yeah, they'll just kill you. So that sucks.
And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial.
Don't be nervous. This is the tutorial case.
My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny.
Okay,
Anime.
Joy-Cons, I didn't ask you to vibrate.
Oh, my Joy-Cons vibrate.
Yeah. 22nd November, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature.
Yeah.
Courtroom number 2.
Yes.
Oh my god, he looks so nervous.
Yeah, I love the little eye
He's
movement.
like,
So,
He looks like he's gonna shit his pants.
yeah, so this is a courtroom.
Sure is. The Supreme Court of Judicature. I said it.
You did it.
I nailed it. No court in the land has more power.
I don't much like the look of these people sitting in the public gallery.
Yeah, me neither.
They have no eyes. Lots of military and other uniforms in there.
Yeah, I hate that. That makes me super nervous. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. It's a secret.
Don't tell anyone. A secret trial?
Trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public.
Only military and government officials may attend.
What? But why?
It'll become clear in time. But for now, you need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. What's up, money?
Hey, yo.
Oh my god, it's pain!
Yeah, of course. Always. Always.
Oh my, well then I'm definitely the judge. I'm not voicing pain.
I got pain. I got it.
The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Did you miss this voice? It's the same. It's the same judge voice in every game.
The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
I'm so glad. As is the defense. Oh, the music.
It's good.
It's real good.
Before we begin, there's one point of order I would like to
I
confirm.
really like that you have to do that to, like, do the judge voice.
Yeah, it's the way that I've developed it over time is I pretend there's a bunch of marbles in my mouth. Because I know I can't sound like an old man,
No,
so I'm just like...
Ouchie is... So you're thinking of...
Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's more meant to be Teen Girl Squad, which, you know, is different than Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown.
PCP? I love the PCP. It's more like this.
Yeah.
I could be a teen girl.
But, I mean, it's not super far off from Dr.
They are
Roxo.
really close.
They're pretty close together.
Yeah.
But I, you know what? I do love a good Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown reference.
Yeah.
Because I do love that show.
And it's like, I haven't even really thought about...
Oh no,
In, like, a
I
long
used to do
time.
a lot of. I used to do Dr. Roxo a lot in high
Really?
school.
Why does that not surprise me?
I mean, because I can do a Teen Girl Squad voice, so of course I can do a Dr. Roxo voice. It's because they are
'Cause
close.
they are basically
They're
the
pretty
same.
close.
Yeah.
Seriously, guys, I do cocaine.
I do cocaine.
Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate.
That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Naruhodo really looks like he's about to shit himself.
Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial.
It almost feels weird doing this because he doesn't look as old.
Yeah, he's not as... But the beard helps.
Yeah.
But this is still the judge voice, so
Yeah.
as this is an unusual circumstance, I am obligated to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Oh no!
I know exactly where this is going.
This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do...
Then I won't be able to kiss the bride.
Then I'm married to the judge. Ellipses, but in parentheses. I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Brother, you gotta get married, dog.
I was like, I kind of want to know what happens if you just sit there awkwardly and don't say anything.
I mean, you know the decision will be made for you.
Yeah, I do. But but it's still funny to think about just sitting here and just being ellipses, ellipses,
Yeah.
ellipses. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's
What is the meaning of this unruly outburst?
I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself.
You'll be... What?
Grr.
Okay.
What are you playing at, Ryunosuke?
Professor Mikotoba told me everything just now before the trial.
He did what?
He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose.
Ellipses.
We gotta stop this.
When you start a bit, well, I started it.
Yeah, but the problem is that the bit goes on too long. It just sucks.
I can't help myself. You have to stop me. How sad. Means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off?
No, you could definitely get... It's
No,
not
it's
that
not that.
really. It's just that, you never know.
Oh.
The pressure's really...
Listen, it's okay. Everybody goes through this.
It's a
I
big
get
thing.
it.
One in 5 men. You know what I mean? Like...
It's a totally normal thing that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, and there's just performance anxiety, and
I get it. It's totally fine.
I definitely think that you could get me off. We're in a courtroom of all places. There's a lot of military people here.
And I'm shy when people are watching me.
Yeah, you never know what can. You know what you have. Like, you're in the mood, and then you think of a couple puppies, and you're
This
just
is
like,
already so gay that I am like, oh man, I wish Sid was here. Sid would.
Well, on the off chance that things will go well for me, I could appear to be the reason that you...
Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba. Jesus, why did... Dyslexia. Shouldn't have stuck his nose in. I keep wanting to say Mikatoba.
Mikatoba. I'm the judge.
I mean, that voice can be rough on me.
No, you're the judge. If you need me to do a couple judge lines, I got you, though.
This court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Brother, I don't know if you know this because this is in the past, but this isn't going to turn out
Your
well
whole
for
bloodline just sucks ass. His name is Ouchie, by the way.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I love that his name is Ouchie.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident that he can speak for himself. That's definitely what this is. Pay no attention to the look on his face right now.
Don't look at his eyes.
Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san?
Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's a complete blank.
Wow,
it's uncanny.
Uncanny, for real. That's the most Phoenix face I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I love this side angle. Hello.
Yeah, his pose here, like, hey.
That's nice. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated the most heinous crime indeed.
I actually have no idea what that kanji is, and I want to know, because I'm sure it's really funny.
As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature in Japan. Nailed it.
I'm nailing this shit.
I just had to get it once. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo?
Yes, Your Excellency.
It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you've undertaken.
This feels rude. My competence? What does that mean? What do words mean?
He's questioning your ability to do the job. Have you never played an Ace Attorney game before?
Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am.
So, let's start with the very simplest of questions.
Who am I?
Who am I?
Please, I don't know.
Where are we?
Yes.
Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case.
Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember.
Wouldn't it be a better proof of your innocence if you didn't even know who he was?
Exactly.
You're like, I didn't kill him. I have no idea.
Yeah, I
you
don't
tell
know.
me.
Greg?
You know his name? That's awfully suspicious.
Yeah, judge. Or should I say murderer? But, wait. Oh, I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. Well, what was it again?
Dead man?
I hope I don't have to hit R to go to the court record.
Oh no. Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank.
You know me so well.
I do. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record.
But I can't even find that.
It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of R.
Well, how did I know?
If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there.
I just have to press R for the court record? Alright, there's no time to lose. You can probably do it now, I think.
Okay, good.
This is the list. Oh, this is you.
Oh. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead, with R, again. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press B to go back.
I love tutorials.
Dude, this guy's hat.
You do
Look
that-
at his face, aw.
Yeah, he seems content. You know, being dead and all.
Yeah, he looks good for a dead guy.
Yeah.
John H. Wilson. Is this a Sherlock thing?
I like how you got it, like, immediately.
I mean...
You mean John Wilson, a.k.a. John Watson? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
what?
you know Sherlock
well,
Holmes
I mean,
exists.
yes, I
Yeah.
do, but also, like, Wilson was the way they did it in House as well.
Oh, is that? It's true,
House
actually.
is
Yeah,
a Sherlock.
House is Sherlock and Wilson is...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get until many years later. But it's so obvious when you think about it. House, Holmes, well...
Mm-hmm.
So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, and then press X to present. Or press X to Jason. Sorry, that's an outdated reference, and I feel ashamed for even bringing it up.
Jason. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
Every time he says yes, I think of Captain Falcon, and I feel bad about it.
Yes!
Yes!
Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university.
And you know, the guy you supposedly killed. Sean! Yeah. Oh my god, Bison. Yes! I fucking love that clip so much, dude. This is delicious! Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to UMan University 3 years ago.
Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications.
Ooh.
The British Empire is, at present, our country's most valuable foreign ally.
Yeah, actually, I knew that.
And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations.
There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. I only know about it because of Bill Wirtz, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't pay attention in history class. We didn't go over this shit in history class.
Yeah, it's not important enough for
Bill
American
Wirtz
history to go
is
over.
my history teacher now.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilled on our soil. You two are both undergraduates of the Imperial Yuma University, are you not?
Anglo what?
Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
I mean, since when did the British Empire have honor?
But I didn't do it.
And that.
Oh, I guess that's important too.
Yeah, that's important too.
This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter.
So basically, we shouldn't have. We should just declare someone guilty.
Guilty!
Right?
Guilty!
We really shouldn't go through the whole hullabaloo.
Don't worry, that treaty's not gonna last that long anyway. In all honesty, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I doubt Phoenix Wright is gonna go into the semantics of that.
Not at all.
It's gonna be like, hey, you know what? Now we're Nazis.
Yeah. They would never.
What about another Great Ace Attorney Chronicles 3, the Nazi Chronicles? You know, when just Japan was just.
What if we decided to just conquer Korea for the fun of it?
Just fuck
Just
it.
for fun.
Just fuck it.
That would be wild.
That would be an insane.
They would never make a game for that.
It would be an insane Ace Attorney game.
That would be so insane.
Just.
And like insanely offensive,
Yeah,
but
it
also
would be-
just wild.
It's just that they there was a whole development process and no one went.
In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers.
Oh, poor widow England, you're gonna be all upset. You're gonna be so mad.
You're gonna be so mad.
Oh no.
I was gonna say sorry if you live in England, but I'm actually sorry because you live in England. I have no qualms whatsoever about making fun of Britain.
Sorry if you live in England. Psych, bitch. Your place you live sucks ass. I'm real sorry that you live there because that place is doo-doo dog water, homie.
Listen, I live in America. Britain is the only place I can make fun of.
I think America's worse.
I don't know. It's on par at least.
They're pretty close because Britain is
Britain has just been around and done more shit because they've been around longer than we have.
They have been
That's
around
what
longer,
it is.
and they're also all like Boris Johnson was an insane joke of a fucking human.
Yes, but also I'm like, if you just compare the histories, it's just like Britain is just the fucking worst. The only reason that like I would hold them any higher than, like, worse than us is because they've been around longer. They've committed more shit. Give us time. We'll be worse, for sure. And pretty fucking soon, I think.
We're at least equal.
Yeah, it's up there. But I'm just saying, you know, when you live in America, there's only one place you can punch down, really.
And it's Britain.
And it's Britain.
And that's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime.
So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it?
Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. There's no way this could set a dangerous precedent. All because the victim was an Englishman. Oh, no.
Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime.
So, like, what did happen, bro? Oh, dear. Look at the time. I better get going.
Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer.
Shouldn't have did that.
Shouldn't have did that, dog. Now you going to jail.
Yep. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this.
See? Oh, that's you.
Oh.
Fucking... I'm drunk, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a bit of wine. I'll see you in English class tomorrow, then. Partner. You guys can't see it.
No, they can see my hand.
But I'm also... partner.
We are gay.
Gay?
The British Empire. Wow. It's incredible to think... Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still... I should go and say hello.
No, you shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, no, you just keep making mistake
come
after
on,
mistake,
man.
dog.
You really are like Phoenix.
Yeah, so I went over to the professor's table and then stabbed him and shot him.
And then I tripped and the gun went off. And I don't even know where it came from.
The gun went off and then I dismembered him.
Yeah, it happened. It was totally an accident and I didn't mean for it to happen.
Yeah, and then I sent a threatening message to his daughter and then introduced myself to Dr. Wilson.
You know, it wasn't, I just tripped and it kind of happened.
You know.
The way that it happens sometimes.
These things happen.
Yeah. Everybody's gone through that at least once in their life.
You know, it's kind of like, you know, everyone has, like, you know, the dream where you show up at school and you're, like, not wearing enough clothes. It's like that.
Or, like, where you show up to school, but you're the same age you are now, but you haven't actually graduated
and then you didn't do your homework and the teacher's an asshole.
And also you shat yourself in the middle of class.
Yeah. And then people are like, did you shit yourself? You're like, no. And then you piss yourself on top of that.
Yeah, and then everybody knows. And yeah,
exactly.
It's like that, except you murdered someone.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Except just the murder part, and it was on purpose. Wait, what?
No!
I didn't... Hold up. I didn't do anything crazy. I mean...
Let me pose my next question to you, defendant Naruhodo.
Did you shit your pants and then piss yourself in that order? Yes, Your Excellency, I did.
How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life?
Actually, I would like to know. I didn't actually look.
I mean, you get to look now. You just gotta hit R, the court record button.
Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. Okay, I saw the gun, I assumed. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. So where's the bullet? Or the gun?
Well, he was holding the gun, potentially.
Yeah, but, I mean...
I'm sure
I want that evidence.
I'm sure Ouchie will present it.
I guess.
Because that's generally how it goes.
This is the most, like...
The first page is... This is like, hey, I gotta turn in this report and the day before it's due.
That's what I was gonna say! Like, it was bare bones, okay,
he
was a guy.
Daniel, October 26,
page 2.
By the hypothesis of how this Englishman died by me. And then the first page is like, I bet you're wondering how this Englishman died. Well, let me get into the facts of the situation. It sure is crazy how there's a lot of conflicting evidence going on with this case. And yet, when it comes down to it, it seems that the evidence only points to one location. Does it seem like I'm good at bullshitting reports? Because boy, am I. I can make a report out of no information. I can lead you in circles, brother, all right?
I think, wasn't it something, Diana, a friend of mine, the project lead on the Ace Attorney musical, once told me that they made a report in school once that was so bullshit, and it was like comparing the like American legal system to like cheeseburgers somehow, and it was like, it was like impressive how much bullshit it was. It said so much without saying anything at all about cheeseburger.
I for some reason my brain jumped to the essay about Mario.
Wait.
Where the essay starts, everyone knows Mario is cool as fuck. But who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turtles? And why do we think about him as fondly as we think of the mythical, non-existent Dr. Pepper? Perchance.
I've never heard that before, and it keeps
going.
Please keep going.
I believe it was Kant who said, "Experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play." Mario exhibits experience by crushing turts all day.
Crushing turts.
But he exhibits theory by stating, "Let's go, keep it up, baby." When Mario leaves the place of safety to stomp a turdy, he knows that he may die. And yet, for men who can purchase lives with money, a life becomes a mere store of value. A tax that can be paid for as much as rich man feels any law with a line is a price. We think of Mario as a hero, but he is simply a 1%er of a more privileged variety. The life kind. Perchance. They just add a perchance. He's crushing turds every day.
Hand me my water bottle, please.
You know about this one?
Yeah. Please, I have to know that if that report got an A.
It got an F.
No!
The teacher, everyone knows Mario is cool as fuck. They crossed out cool as fuck and circled the word fuck and said horrible opening.
Oh my god, no! If I was a teacher, I would have immediately been like, all right, this is the best paper that anyone has ever written.
Who knows why he crushes turtles? And then the teacher put, to save the princess? Also gross. And then when they mentioned Dr. Pepper, it's like, you can't just say perchance. Keep it up, baby. And then there's 5 question marks and then the word stop.
Okay, I would keep all those notes in, but still give them an A. You have to. You have to. I can't believe that they failed that paper. I'm so proud of whoever wrote that.
This was for a philosophy class.
Yeah, as it should. It totally works.
Because I mean, they did mention Kant, so it makes sense. Because there's no other way there's no other reason you would finagle Kant into your paper, because Kant was a hack. But
I need you to read the next couple judge lines for me, because that laughing fit fucking hurt.
I got you.
Just give me like a minute to recover from that, because Cosmo doesn't hurt at all.
Okay.
But I need to breathe.
Straight before the court, the cause of death. The cause of death. Well, obviously that was
stabbing.
I guess.
No, shoot the bull.
Death by pleasure. Because.
I just imagine him like turning to Cosmo and being like, shooting head, chest.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence.
Instead of by evidence, but how?
Find the
Who am I?
Are you serious right now? the evidence in your court. I just told you. Do it now.
Do it now! Fuck! Well... According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma.
I love this animation of him just like going through and being like, oh.
It was very quick that I was like, oh, okay, I'm on board because like all the animations. I mean, in true Phoenix Wright fashion, they had a lot of personality and character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he's like Phoenix, but he's also different. Especially
I love
with
it.
The eye thing was like, oh fuck, this is.
Yeah, this guy. I love him. The only complaint I have is the hair isn't wild enough.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have Phoenix hair, but he has everything else.
That's well, I wouldn't want him to have Phoenix hair.
I know, but like Phoenix has crazy hair, so it's like.
I would want
and
him to
also
at
so
least-
does Apollo. To be quite
Many
honest.
characters have whack hair in the Ace Attorney, so I'm just waiting for people to have more like crazy fucking hair, like insane hair. Like, why is your hair like this hair?
Okay,
Or outfits that are just
Yes.
fucking insane. Like I'll always remember the guy from was it
You have to describe.
Dual
it.
Destinies maybe with the guy with the cell phones on the shoulder pads.
I know who you're talking about. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's Dual Destinies. I think that's the.
Is that the Joker guy?
I don't remember exactly. I think that's the yokai case.
Yeah, that's the guy.
He's like a perfume guy or a
Yeah, he's the
fashion
killer.
guy. Yeah, he's the killer. He's the killer. Sorry, spoilers.
Well, no, I mean the game
it's an
spoils
old
it for
game.
you. Like the game literally at the beginning
Oh
of the
yeah,
case,
it's
tells
one
you
of
to.
those. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I can never remember how
I say
many
he's
of
a
them
Joker
do
guy
that.
because he has green hair and wears purple.
Doesn't he change his hair color all the time though? I think he does.
He might, but he starts with green.
Oh, okay. That's what I don't remember.
He starts with green and wears mostly purple, which is like he's the Joker.
Yeah, the outfit I remember was either pink or purple, but
He's mostly wearing purple and has green. He starts with green hair. If he does change
I
his hair,
think he changes his hair a bunch.
but he does have pauldrons, like shoulder pads that are
cell phones,
and
which
he's
is the
a big-
most
he's-
ridiculous shit of all time.
Yeah.
I love and hate
Yeah,
that
that's
outfit.
the second case of Dual Destinies.
Yes, correct. Which is also amazing because you introduced to Athena, or yeah.
That's where we had an argument about stepladders.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I was just gonna say where she just fucking bodies somebody in her opening cutscene, where she just fucking throws them over her shoulder into the ground.
Yeah,
Best
that-
introduction to a character ever.
That also does happen, yes.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report.
In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. That is wildly inefficient.
Oh, I see.
Naruhodo.
As long as I'm not gonna be tested on any of this later.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. We barely know what photographs are. But look at that steak, though. I really want to eat it.
Oh no, the steak immediately brings me back to case 3 of game 1. T-bone steaks.
Oh yeah, the T-bones. It's the ribeyes.
No, they're
they are
T-bone
T-bones.
steaks.
You're right. They are T-bones specifically.
The musical has burned the first game into my brain
Yeah,
way
they
more
are
permanently
T-bones.
than the other games.
You can clearly discern scorch marks around a bullet hole produced by the powder explosion.
I feel like there should be more damage to the lapel, shouldn't there?
Hey, shut up.
Alright.
Yeah, listen. I don't want to hear it. I'm just trying to tell everyone that this guy did it.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
I don't like the cut of your jib, brother. In other words, go fuck you. We should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
You still need to judge?
Do like 1 or 2, and I'm getting there.
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record.
Photographic print of the victim. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before.
Yeah, this is around the time period where photographs were just becoming a thing.
It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible.
It's actually dog shit, but it'll get better.
Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial.
I think I can take him after this.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, it's time for Kabuki. The prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
Guilty.
This is it then.
I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind.
Professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba?
Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer here today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Basically, I'm Maya. Get me burgers right now.
Yeah, I want Borger.
Borgor, please.
Of course. I should get him Borger. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
So we're cheating, basically. We're cheating. We're cheating?
Yeah. I love to cheat.
And murder.
Yeah. I also did it, by the way. I mean... just don't tell anyone I did it.
Oh.
It's fine if I say it here and really loud. Even the judge could hear it, but...
Yeah, because you're not on the stand,
I'm
so
not,
it doesn't
yeah,
count.
It's not... I'm not under oath.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, no one's... Yeah, I mean, I could be lying.
Yeah. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Gay?
Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma.
Well, my first piece of advice is... rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats.
Oh, no can do. There's no shot.
I literally shit myself. I can't help it.
Yeah, that smell, that's poop from my butt. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first.
That'll never happen. Yeah, this guy definitely did it. He's guilty.
You haven't seen the other witness.
Nah, I don't need to. They all did it.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
I think we're on an even split now. Because I'm gonna...
I do Aoshi, Ryunosuke...
I'm doing Cosma and the judge.
In terms of people in the courtroom, yes. Whose turn is it?
Well, you played this already, so you know if there's another witness, you know who they are. And
It should be me then. God damn it. Okay.
All right.
I know who the other witness is. So the other witness needs to be you.
Oh, okay.
God, what voice should I give him? Of course, my name is Satoru Sonaga. I'm British.
Yeah.
I'm British.
I'm British.
I'm British.
In it.
In it.
In it.
But I'm Japanese.
But I'm British.
But I'm British, ain't it?
I'm British.
You what?
You what?
I'm the head waiter at a Western style restaurant called La Carnival.
You gonna...
Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
The look you're giving me right now.
Well, it really, really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern corner was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. They look so good.
They look so good.
This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery 3 days ago. I mean,
That's a word.
I don't understand why you're calling it a so-called restaurant, because restaurant.
If you eat there, it's like...
a restaurant,
yeah.
you know? Even like a gastropub is still kind of a restaurant, you know what I mean? Like,
Technically, yeah.
it's like, you're like, oh, it's a bar, but you can order food, so it's still a restaurant.
Yeah, it technically counts as under the same category.
Yeah, so I don't understand. The so-called part seems a little weird.
Indeed, understood. Hosonaga-san, will you kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident?
At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
No, that's gonna happen for sure. I need to know what kanji that is. What does it mean? I need to know.
Who are you? Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring?
I see. Good job, localization team.
Yeah, they did great. They did
That was
a
good.
job. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We had few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery.
Do you need some hand sanitizer, my guy?
I have COVID.
You mask up, bro.
A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes! Yes, that was me.
Hold on, let me just clarify something here. Well, I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor.
It's very reminiscent of Edgeworth picking up the gun in the boat.
Yeah, it's like, why'd you do that, dog?
Bro, like, what? I understand
like
people do wild shit when they're in shock.
You could have done.
But, like, you shouldn't have did. Or, like, Tyrion pouring out the wine after Joffrey's poisoned. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Why? I didn't shoot him.
Objection! I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjection.
No, it was a petty objection.
Yeah, okay, my bad. My bad, blood. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But...
Next time you interrupt an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defendant Naruhodo.
Is there any water left in that?
Like a drop.
Give me a drop, brother. The Teen Girl Squad voice is fucking me up.
Oh no! Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. Do you want to go refill it, actually?
I don't want to do that. No.
Well, I can do it, actually, if you want to fucking... But, like, because I'm going to need water.
Yeah, I understand.
Just give me a moment.
I don't want to do that, though.
Well, I'll do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Un momento, por favor.
All right, chat. You're stuck here with me for a moment.
It's Daniel time.
So it's time.
Bitches.
Let's have a heart. How's the chat doing? I want to hear.
It's like 4 a.m. The chat is asleep.
Listen, if you're asleep, you better wake the fuck up because it's time to talk to me. Because I'm asking, what's going on? What's going on in that mind of yours? If you're asleep right now, get the fuck up. It's time to wake. 4 a.m. What a good time to wake up because I'm talking to you right now and everything's about me and I'm extremely needy. So I need to know what's going on. And I feel like y'all are still asleep, so you're not listening to the cool words I have to say. And that's unfortunate. Cause I just wanted to talk, man. I just, like, shit. That's the unfortunate part of streaming at, 4 a.m. and stuff like that. It's a lot of people sleeping, a lot of people lurking, of course. I don't want to break anyone's lurk.
Okay, I'm back. Shut the fuck up.
I wasn't really talking that much.
Oh, that's fair.
But nobody is awake. You're 100% correct about that.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. Only I'm awake at this hour.
But I'm also awake.
No, you're not.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm fucking dead.
It's not quite close to my bedtime, but it's getting there.
What time
But
what time have you been sleeping?
I usually go to bed. Well, it's actually not that close. I usually go to bed around 7, actually.
Okay.
So I have
3
time.
hours.
But I just wanted to make sure because tutorial cases are usually not that long, but they've gotten longer over time.
They have, but we also have not been like.
But yeah, we've been
through
fucking
this.
around. But I remember the case from Spirit of Justice, the first case. I was like, this is long.
It's long
for a
a
case
tutorial
one.
case.
What?
Yeah, case one. That case is pretty long.
That case is long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still good for a while, so I'm on the weird sleep schedule. You have to let me know.
I got more time, but I'm approaching I think probably.
Plus, you've played this, so you can possibly find a point where you're like, "This is it."
Yeah.
So you got to tell me.
I'm also trying to find that point.
Yeah.
We got more time, so let's move forward.
Yeah. You let me know. Anyways, don't worry if you don't know, Skay. You'll have your chance to fight back. Haven't you ever heard of a cross-examination before? Probably not. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
Ugh.
If I may confirm 1 point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today?
If you need it.
I will.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, without question.
I see.
Naruhodo.
Naruhodo. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did you just say? There was no one else around that table?
What's the matter, Ionosuke?
That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello,
Ooh.
there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table.
She looks like a hottie.
Some people have southern accents.
And those are hot.
Trisha is a
It's a
severe
severe
hottie.
I went into Remy's stream the other day.
And I was like, some people have rigged the enemy base with explosives.
Albert has.
Dude, I bet Remy loved that.
Yeah, at first she was confused, and then she thought it was the one about Quincy. He was like, Quincy is destroying San Antonio. But then she was like, no, wait, it's something else, isn't it? And I'm like, Albert has.
Some people have braces. Some people have headgear. Beth could play
Linebacker
linebacker for the Raiders.
That's one of my favorite Speemails. It might be my favorite Speemail.
I forget who's being...
Different Town is also up there.
I forget who's being fangoriously devoured by a gelatinous monster.
Oh my god, Hillary.
Hillary's
legs are being digested.
Some people are being fangoriously devoured by a gelatinous monster. Hillary's legs are being digested.
And then it's
I
like,
fucking love it.
We tell a lot of words.
Gelatinous, fangoriously, and linebacker. It's such a good fucking Speemail. I love children's book. It's so good.
I love how we remember all of it.
Yeah,
pretty
dude.
much.
I watched so much Homestar Runner. It's like burned into my. I have garbage brain, and it's just in there with it.
So I mean, like, Homestar Runner stuff has been just living rent free in my head
For decades at this point.
And it's just like
The fact that
Like
I
my
know
bro-
people who also have it living in their brains all this time, like you and Rummy,
like
they just know. You just know.
Like one of the first times we hung out, because for me, like, Marshy lives rent free in my head. And then I went.
You remember a lot more stuff. All I remember is Homestar just going, "I hate that freaking marshmallow."
Well, one of my favorite Marshy moments is,
I'm going this way.
no, is boogity boogity. I'll scare your dad.
Yeah, I didn't remember that part until you brought it back.
But
I
I-
was like, "Oh yeah."
But I did that, and you were like, "Oh, it's Marshy," and I'm like, "No one else has ever noticed that it was Marshy before." Like, it was one of those
Dude.
things. I'm like, "Oh, this is one of my best friends." Immediately,
Homestar
like,
Runner like enveloped my. I had the DVD. Like it fucking ran my life for a while.
It was one of those things. I would
Checked it like every day after school.
would do boogity boogity. I'll scare your dad, and then people would be like, "Huh?"
Huh?
What? Like, and then it'd
No.
just be like, they just don't know.
No.
But I did it to you, and you were just like, I hate that frickin' much.
I hate that freaking marshmallow.
And from that moment on, I'm like, this is. Sorry about that. Guess I had a toenail stuck in my throat.
Well, then, like, most people remember, you know, like Trogdor.
Yeah, I mean,
or,
Trogdor is like the ultimate.
You know, and people remember Teen Girl Squad or whatever.
Yeah,
but
there's
then,
some Teen Girl. I mean, Arrowed is obviously the most like memorable part of it. But I remember all the Teen Girl Squads.
But like, my favorite Homestar Runner character is Tanarin's Love. And no one remembers Tanarin's Love.
Tanarin's Love is really obscure.
Yeah.
Like, even I was like, holy shit, okay.
Tanarin's Love, plus my name is Tanarin's Love, divided by my name is Tanarin's Love. Remainder 3. Yeah, it's real good. I also love Pom Pom a lot.
Pom Pom was always one of my favorites because Pom Pom he's just a comedic genius.
Yeah, he doesn't ever have to say anything. He just makes bubbly noises.
Bubs is always.
Yeah, I love Bubs, and I've always loved the Cheat.
I love the Cheat. I love Coach Z.
I never really appreciated Coach Z until I was an adult. Like, I thought he was annoying. But as an adult, I'm like, damn, Coach Z is funny.
There were times where Coach Z, when I was younger, was like pretty miss.
I didn't appreciate Marzipan enough either when I was a kid.
Marzipan is definitely an adult.
So funny because she's like this foil to Homestar. She's so done with his shit all the time.
Yeah, like Marzipan is as a character is like way funnier as an adult than as a kid.
As a kid, you're like, I don't understand this, like deadpan humor. Mm-hmm. As an adult, I'm like, deadpan humor is the best shit.
Marzipan's really funny.
Yeah. Anyways, read your line, dumbass. We gotta keep going. We're gonna get to a stopping point.
And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do?
Oh my god, the fucking Magane glasses push.
Now you definitely think he did it. This is what gives away that Kristoff did it.
Yeah, the Magane glasses push.
Yeah, the moment he does that, you're like, oh, he did it.
Like, it's just Kristoff.
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Also, I mean, like, you were there, so, like, the fact that you're your own lawyer and, like, ethically,
I mean, he's allowed to defend himself.
He is, but I'm just kind of like...
Dear me, what are we gonna do with you? I hate you go down with your blatant disregard for court proceedings. I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud.
I hate you, you're disgusting. I'm gonna kill you. Give me $200.
Could it be that the accused, dismissed student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure of what I saw.
Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy. I'm giving you an out.
No.
Well, I guess you sealed your fate, my guy.
The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
Well, you definitely did it then. It's mega obvious now. Unless it's the woman and you're covering for her.
I don't believe it.
Cause, like, what's your motive? Who even are you?
I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to.
Let me see. Ah, a sketch of the establishment's layout, drawn by yourself, I presume. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was like. It's dog shit.
What am I even looking at? This is dog shit.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation.
Oh, I see.
However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
What do you mean?
There's no indication of...
Is there treasure there? Like,
there's no indication of fucking Naruhodo either.
I don't understand.
There's just an X. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter, I guess.
Thank you, sir.
Well, go to jail.
Yeah, I guess go fuck yourself.
This court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well...
What? What's wrong?
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
Of course. Here you are.
I'm gonna flip that shit over immediately. Immediately. Like, the moment he was like, I drew it on the back of my business card, I was like, oh, I gotta see
He's
the
like,
other
what's on
side
the front of that
shit.
business card, dumbass?
Let me see what that shit looks like, dumbass.
I've played more than one of these games to know that the back of this piece of paper matters.
I'm a fucking Ace Attorney veteran, my guy. You can't get shit past me like
What
that.
are you telling me this glass light stand on the other side has the names of all the fucking people you're blackmailing, Red White?
No way. What was that all about? He's been completely calm and collected until now, you know, aside from all the blood.
Something certainly seems to have shaken him. I guess he's dying.
Oh well.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. I'm not gonna... I mean, his testimony kind of hurts me, so... Then perish.
So, the court has now heard a presses?
Yeah, that's probably right.
Case, practice,
Wait, hang on. Let me
prosciutto?
look at that shit right now. Open that shit up.
Oh, you can't right now.
I can magnifying glass, but I can't turn it
You
over.
probably can't turn it over yet until they prompt you to.
Fuck. That's rude. Come on.
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. We're just gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, what? Why would you lie?
There's no reason at all you would ever lie. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo,
Yes, Your Excellency?
if you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment.
I mean, isn't it really just hanging? It's just hanging, right?
But maybe we, give you a Coca-Cola beforehand.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah,
Or
that'd be nice.
we're hey, do you want to make a photo collage that you send to your loved ones beforehand? And it could be one of those ones where you start off just looking normal, but then you get behind one of those wooden things where it looks like you're like a mermaid, and then pirate, like you're at the pier.
That was nice. Yeah, that
and
was
then,
nice.
You know what I mean? It could, it's really fun. It's like novelty.
Could have a box of chocolates.
Yeah, exactly. You can send them some flowers with it too. I'm sorry I got murdered because I'm a murderer. But, enjoy it.
And the rope will be real nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good rope. It's gonna be, we'll make sure it's not real frazzled. That way
It'll be so comfortable around your neck.
Exactly.
As it chokes the life out of you.
Yeah, you won't be like, man, I really wish they had used a more, you'll be like, this is the top quality. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court.
Unsworn? Unsworn?
Don't worry about that part.
Unsworn?
But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
Wait a minute.
Contradicts this guy's
You literally-
testimony. But don't worry about that part, because right now, this guy's testimony seems real suspicious. But if you say something that's different about it, I'm gonna be like, someone else was there, and
He just
Stop!
said.
Stop! No, I didn't say that. They didn't say that either. That guy's guilty. You look so guilty, dog.
What do you think I should do, Kazuma?
Yeah, what do you think you should do, huh? Because he's real guilty.
What do you mean? Punch him in the face. He literally is asking for it right now.
Well, I'm gonna be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence?
Were you listening? Angry ellipses.
Everyone keeps telling me this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this.
Angry.
Angry ellipses. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it?
What?
If the accused is, in fact, innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself?
Pussy.
You little bitch.
Yeah.
Battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke.
Huh?
Ooh! I love the way he reacted to that!
Yeah.
The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. Dude, Cosmo's kind of the homie.
He's definitely the homie.
We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive the evidence really is. Damn, he's good.
He is good.
Indeed. Prosecutor Ouchie. Really?
I just said it out loud for the first time.
I can't put more.
And
Please proceed. I need a minute to think about
is that really you should think about changing it. Maybe, I don't know, pain seems okay.
Yes. What about pain?
Yeah, you could, it might take a little bit of time, but you could change your family registry.
I don't even know what the process is like for that these times. So.
Me being a judge, I should definitely know what
You
it
could
is.
probably really just go around and tell people what your name is.
Well, you were one. Young can be so reckless. Many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
Yeah, so that was definitely a lie.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. Prosecution calls its next witnesses.
Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, welcome to a mechanic that they did in a different game and brought to this game.
Interesting.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
Oh, we're gonna have to take one of or the other, so I don't know. You're one and I'm the other for sure.
I'll be old guy.
You wanna be the old guy?
Yeah, I'll be old guy. What's up,
Oh,
RBM?
what's up, RBM?
Are you just waking up?
Good morning. No, wait, hang on. How does it go? In Tekken? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Ayasa Nosa, reporting for duty, sir.
Myself, I find employee as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon.
Nippon. Dude, I love his fucking spray. He's so squishy.
Yeah,
and he's doing the thing.
He's vibrating.
He's just vibrating.
And conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District. Kyuryo Korekuta, at your service.
I've lost, like, almost everything you just said except for your name, but thanks.
Yeah, the earlobe jiggle physics are, like, they're on some shit.
Yeah, for real. I also love the one lens, the effectively monocle.
Pince nez, I think it's...
Is that what it's called? I know it's not a monocle
No,
when
a
it's like that.
A pince nez is double lens, but there's no backing.
Okay. Yeah, when it just sits on the bridge, but there's no...
Yeah, but there's no...
yeah.
I'm pretty sure?
But I don't think... If it has a thing that goes across the bridge of your nose, I don't think it's a monocle. So I don't know what that's called.
Maybe this is like an offshoot of a pince nez.
Maybe. Or it was one and the other lens just broke off and he was like, fuck it, it's fashionable now.
An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
I ship them.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
You literally just said no one else was there!
Stop it.
You literally said that!
No.
Just now!
Losers, what?
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Doing my one impression.
Yo, what's up, Curly?
Hi, Margot.
His one impression.
So
No, you're definitely busting. This is definitely giving you a workout. You're definitely busting
I'm doing
out.
a lot.
You're doing the one voice, but you're doing other voices too.
For context, Curly is a good friend of mine. She taught me basically everything I know about being a TO.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
like
I've definitely seen Curly around before, like many times, but like I didn't know that.
probably in my stream.
Yes, in your stream,
Yeah,
not in our stream.
Curly, she has taught me pretty much like all the things I'm good at and stuff like that is basically like I learned from her.
Hell yeah.
She is.
That's dope.
She is very very good at it.
That's mega dope.
Yeah.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question. Always post-noon. This is a different impression, Curly, so go fuck yourself.
Oh shit, Ran's here! Yeah, we're doing it!
That's right.
Wait, hang on a second. I forgot already the time of death. 2 p.m.
I've learned everything I'm good at from Daniel, so basically nothing.
Damn.
I mean, listen, that's why you can't sub 4 in Earthbound, so go fuck yourself.
Oh, shit!
Right? Listen, whatever you gotta be in other...
Listen.
Also, my Super Metroid time is definitely way better than yours, too.
I can't sub 4 in Earthbound either. It's
You
okay.
have sub 4? You don't have sub 4. You got 4, like, 03.
The fact that you're immediately like, I'm clocking you immediately. I know exactly around the time you have. I don't even know what my PB is anymore. It's been so long, but it definitely is not sub 4.
When did you get sub 4? I don't think you did.
I think my PB is like 430.
You have a 107 in Boogie percent. I knew it. I was like, there's something's up.
It's weird that I know that my PB in Boogie is 108, but I don't remember my PB in Glitchless at all.
I think your PB is like a 420 or 419.
Hell yeah,
something
nice.
in that range. I remember
Oh man, I hope it's 420. That would be sick.
I don't know if it's 420 exact. It's in that range.
That would be so sick though. If it's not close to that, then I have to pick it back up again just for the sake of getting 420. Forget sub 4. I want 420.
I mean, sub 4 non-minute is very difficult, but
Yeah.
it's you know, there's a handful of
I've
runners.
not learned minute past Starman Walk really.
Edgeworth Investigations 2 is still probably my favorite Ran, but this is pretty high up on my tier list.
My favorite is Dual Destinies, which is apparently a very hot take.
It's a very hot take.
Because
I would
most
say.
people really don't like Dual Destinies.
Dual Destinies being very high up is a very hot take. I would say that, like, there's moments in Dual Destinies that are incredible, but there's also a lot of moments in Dual Destinies that are kind of
I love
like lame duck.
Athena a lot, and I really like the widget mechanic a lot.
Yeah. So I do like Blackwell a lot as well.
Oh, yeah, and I also love Blackwell. But I just, as a game mechanic, I love that it implements both Apollo's, what the fuck is it called again? When his bracelet thing. It does that, and it also does the widget mechanic, and I really enjoyed just doing all of the things. And like I said, it does leave a big impression on me because the Fulbright twist I did not see coming, and I see a lot of twists coming in Ace Attorney at this point.
Yeah, Ace Attorney
So
can
it
be,
sticks out to me.
Yeah. I do like Dual Destinies a lot, but in terms of like the tier list, it's Dual Destinies isn't better than Trials and Tribulations.
I was gonna say that, like, I can at least kind of placate people by saying that Trials and Tribs is basically on par for me.
Yeah.
It's also my favorite. I can't even really put one over the other because, like, they are both basically my favorite.
Edgeworth Investigations
And everybody
2
loves
is my
Trials and
clear
Tribs.
number one, though. There's nothing tied with it.
I haven't played any either one.
I'm telling you, Edgeworth Investigations 2 is so good.
If we make it through this game together in a like everything works out well, which I think it will. If you want to play it, Investigations afterwards, I'm down.
The problem is you have to play through 1, and that game is less good.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'll do it.
I mean, I still like Investigations 1, but there's a part There's a part at the end of it. You know how I don't like
I played
Return of
through
the King because there's like 48.
a million endings.
Yeah,
without including the Raising of the Shire, because that wasn't in the movie either.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing in Edward's Investigations 1. Basically, like, I don't want to like outright spoil it. So you'll experience it, but you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind because we talked a lot about Return of the King earlier today, so I'll keep that in mind when I'm playing through it.
But I mean, I still like. I mean, first of all, Edward's Investigation 1 has the best victim name in all of.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know about it is that it has Dead Man.
Yeah, there is a victim named Dead Man, Deidmahn.
Yeah, which is the best name
it's
ever.
The best victim name. That guy was destined to be a victim.
Yeah, he was born to be Dead Man. He was born to die. I mean, we're all born to die, but he was especially born to die.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best victim name in any Ace Attorney game I've ever seen. And there's a character named Romaine Lettuce.
I forgot about that. Holy shit, dude.
I mean, it's like Romaine Lettuce, but
yeah, but still, it's Romaine Lettuce.
Romaine Lettuce. So, like Mr. Body in the game Clue. Exactly like that, actually.
Wait, did you already read this one?
And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curious, with which I make my business.
I'm so pissed off right now that they literally, within the same breath, were like, no one else was in the establishment. Let me pull out some witnesses who were there that day also.
Listen,
and it's
shut
like,
the fuck up.
Dude,
Stop it. Listen, shut the fuck up.
And Ryunosuke is like, oh no, I guess I just should admit that I'm guilty. And it's like, brother, they just told a blatant fucking lie.
I can't understand a word that old man is saying.
Me neither, it's okay. He's an antique dealer. And it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. I guess that is how you say that word.
I'm not in it, Ran, so it sucks. Curly, have you played this game? I don't believe that you have, because this is not the best case in the game.
There's an Earthbound Community documentary coming out? I did not know this. I'm assuming that it isn't necessarily exclusive to the speedrunning community. Otherwise, I feel like I would have at least heard of it until now.
I would have been in it.
Yeah, you would have been. I mean, it would obviously. I am not important, but like you are pretty prominent
straight up
in.
Think the other cases are bad. In this first game, there's a couple duds.
No, you can't go into this discussion because you're gonna wind up being cryptic and accidentally spoiling shit for me.
I will not spoil shit for you. I'm just saying there's a couple weaker cases. Like I said when we started this, you have to think of the two games as an ensemble piece.
Right.
Which is the main problem. Like I said, like I would never imagine having to play this first one and then wait for the second one because this first one would feel like dog shit as a result.
Okay, yeah. I guess I get it. But this is the first time this game's come to the West, right? In this compilation.
Yes.
They didn't
as
release
an
individually
ensemble
here.
piece, I think it all works fine. So I have no problems with it. But like if you think about it, they are technically two separate games.
Right.
So it's like, okay, yeah, it's like this would be wild if I had played this one and then had to wait.
Ran, I know what I actually know what you're talking about because I remember the discussion of it like 9 years ago. I thought that came out years ago. That's not out yet? It's about Starman.net. Jeez. I thought that shit was already out. Was it Mother to Earth or something?
Well...
Was it what it called?
Are you talking about... Is it the same one that Evan's making?
Yeah, I think so. I thought that shit was already out.
I could have sworn Mother to Earth was out.
Yeah. But yeah, damn. It's not Evan? Okay, maybe I'm confusing. I'm confusing it then. I'm confusing it. Because, like, I do remember... Especially there was a lot of buzz about it at a particular MagFest. Like, long fucking time. Like, the first MagFest in the new convention center. The MagFest that I stayed up for 82 hours or whatever.
Evan went to EVO.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know those pictures of me doing this, and then this, and then this?
Yeah.
Those were taken by Evan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Evan met up with me at Evo, and then we got lunch and talked.
I'm sure I've met Evan, and I feel bad because I probably don't remember. But like, I'm sure that Evan probably doesn't remember me either. To be fair,
They recorded some footage of me, but I'm pretty sure they didn't use it mainly because I shit on Mother 3 for a section of it.
You do. You really love to shit on Mother 3.
But then I talked about Earthbound speedrunning a bunch. But I'm sure the footage is probably just mostly bad. But I would love to have it. It would be sick. I mean, I would have to ask Evan, I guess. But
yeah.
I would love to have that footage just because I'm curious.
Oh, okay. It was being made around the same time. Well, then it's understandable why I forgot about it then, or confused it.
It's gonna be like the Weird Al movie where almost everything is made up.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a lot about Mother 3, but I also dislike a lot about Mother 3. And the problem is I focus on the things I dislike because people have only good things to say about it, and it's sort of this happens to me with JoJo's Part 4 as well.
No, what?
So you watched JoJo's Part 4.
Part 4 is like my favorite.
Right, but you didn't read JoJo's Part 4.
That's true. I didn't read Part 4. I watched it.
And reading JoJo's Part 4 is like Part 4 is significantly weaker if you just read it, because I haven't actually watched the anime of it.
Okay, that's fair. The anime is great. And, like, listen, the criticisms you have about Mother 3, and I want to make this very clear, are totally valid. I don't think Mother 3 is... I think Mother 3 is the weakest in the trilogy. I really do.
I agree as well.
But I also think it's great, but it's only great the first time you play it.
I mean, there's also a lot of problems with Mother 3.
There is problems, especially
mechanically.
mechanically.
But there's also other...
But it's very linear, so the replayability doesn't really work. Like, you play through it and you know what's happening. It's very linear. And it has some pacing issues, and they ruin a lot of mechanics, like the scrolling HP.
Scrolling HP they treat like shit.
Yeah. I don't love the run mechanic rather than the just insta winning a fight. I get what they were doing with it.
I don't... The run mechanic doesn't feel good to use.
It doesn't feel good to use.
You have to, like, stop and then, like, start it up and then let go. And it doesn't feel satisfying to run in that game.
It doesn't. It should, but it doesn't. And it's like, I think a lot of people have such a passion for it because the story hits them. It's so impactful the very first time that it sticks in people's minds as such a powerful thing story-wise. Like, it doesn't work for everyone, but if it hits, it really hits. So people will defend it for it. Because, I mean, it hit me really hard. I was depressed for like a week the first time I played Mother 3 and beat it. But replaying it is not fun at all. Whereas Earthbound, you can play 50... But I was a speedrunner for Earthbound. You're still a speedrunner, but I was also a speedrunner for Earthbound for years. Until, like, I hurt myself and I couldn't play it anymore. Though I've been kind of thinking about picking it back up.
Yeah, Turbo's allowed, so you should be fine.
But I've played it thousands of times. Thousands. I never get tired of playing it. It's always fun to revisit. And not even just as a speedrunner. I love watching people play it casually. Still. And that says a lot about replayability for Earthbound. Yeah. So Mother 3 just can't ever compare to that. It really can't.
Yeah, I mean, there's moments in Mother 3 that are incredible, like the Bucket Brothers. The Bucket Brothers are...
Hell yeah.
I love the Bucket Brothers
They're
so much.
good.
And also, like, the
Pillarmen are great, too.
The Pillarmen are cool. I think the thing that stands out probably the most to me is, like, the Ultimate Chimera section.
Oh yeah,
where, like, it just shows up. It's reminiscent of Metroid Fusion.
That was a great moment.
Where, like, the SAX shows up and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, it's very similar.
And also Boney gets to dress up like a person, and that rules. That's the only time that Boney's great.
That happens beforehand, though.
Yeah.
Boney gets to dress up as a person when you're in the DC club.
That's what I mean. But the lab always reminds me of that because it's right. It precedes it.
A dog-like dude.
Yeah. That part's great, even though Boney kind of sucks.
Boney is one of the like
He really fucking sucks. But when he pretends to be a person, I can't help but be like,
No. When he
hell
pretends to be
yeah.
a person, I'm like, yeah,
This is awesome.
It's the meme where it's like dudes will look at this and just go, hell yeah.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
It's so good. But yeah, it's good, and it has an amazing soundtrack. But
Does it though?
Yeah,
Does
that's
it though?
with the caveat.
The problem is that
it's on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's on the Game Boy Advance, so everything you're just
so
like,
every time I listen to it, I'm like,
the composition of the song
is so great.
It's great.
If only
this
it wasn't on the Game Boy Advance.
This sure does suck ass as a result. The only thing that like I actively seek out is like the giant pig robot, the Ultimate Killer Cyborg, whatever.
Oh yeah, no, I listen to a lot of tracks from Mother 3 all the time, but every time I listen to them, I'm like, this is great. I wish it could be better.
Was not on the
quality.
Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, the sound chip is so stinky that even if you have the best quality version of that track, it's just not going to be good.
Keep paying attention because it did.
It did, and it will. We
probably pretty shortly.
Yeah, actually, because like we kind of need to keep going until we get to a great point to stop because it's 4:38 a.m. And while I don't have a problem staying up until the sun comes up because that's my usual sleep schedule, Daniel needs sleep.
Be like that for me.
Yeah.
I have maybe 20-ish minutes.
Okay, then we gotta stop talking about Mother 3. Stop. Just play it one time and then go back to playing Earthbound.
Listen, the problem isn't me talking about Mother 3. The problem is you getting distracted about me talking about Mother 3.
Yeah, I get distracted about everything though. So like, brother. No. My sleep schedule, I am on the night shift. I go to sleep at 7 a.m. and I wake up at like 4 p.m.
Don't ever be sorry about interacting with the stream.
Yeah.
Because it is...
That's why we're here. We wouldn't be streaming if we didn't want to chat.
Exactly. I'm always down. I'm down. Like, it's just... You know what it is? It's like... Is the whole stream going to be us talking while you look at Kazuma's fucking... like?
It's just always going, dude.
You know what I mean? Image of Shaq, peace, and understandable, have a good day.
But like, yeah, it's just I just want to be considerate about you and when you go to sleep.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I got about 20 minutes, I think, before I gotta knock the fuck out. He is better than me at like every game ever. I'm not better at you than Yoshi, and I was never even close to being better than you. So like I gotta hold that
I can say that though. Daniel's better than me at every video game ever. Hands down.
That is true, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I can't think of one off the top of my head. There might be one.
No. You're definitely better at like Stepmania DDR.
Oh yeah, I guess I am a better rhythm game player. That's true.
Well, let's be clear.
But then Jeremy will body me.
Let's be clear. In terms of rhythm games, I'm only good at like Rock Band.
Yeah, but like my experience with rhythm games sort of translates to all rhythm games.
No, but I fuck you up in Rock Band, but you fuck me up in every other rhythm game that exists.
We've never played Rock Band together.
I would fuck you up, guaranteed.
I'll take that challenge.
What? You don't understand. You just made a huge mistake.
I'll eat it. Like if
you just made it. You are gonna get fucked up so bad.
That's fine. But I at least feel confident enough to take the challenge.
I would also fuck you up, RBM. Both of you are dumb. Shouldn't have did that.
I mean, rhythm games are all have got, man.
Listen, I understand. Rock Band is all I have. You have every other rhythm game in existence.
You have every other non-rhythm game.
Okay,
You're ridiculous at like every other game.
But just maybe get better at games. That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
We gotta go over Earthbound sometime soon because like I want to get back into it, and if I'm gonna refresh, I'm gonna need you to coach me a bit.
What we'll do instead of,
because I don't remember shit.
Instead of one of these great Ace Attorney streams, we'll
do an Earthbound training stream. Hell yeah!
That's what I've done with Slug.
That sounds sick as hell. We should do that.
So I got you.
Because like there's just I need help.
For Sakura B&B's are a rhythm game. You're not wrong, actually. Honestly, speedrunning is kind of like a rhythm game in some aspects.
Sort of.
Because, like, tricks... That's how I break down tricks. It's like, when I do DKC2 tricks, it's just like...
It is about muscle memory. It's about, like, a rhythm. There is a rhythm to it.
Yeah, I break it down to, like, a rhythm.
That's why I was able to pick up on stutter stepping so quickly. Like, there was certainly a learning period, But I didn't really struggle much with stutter stepping at all, because no matter if there's lag or not lag, because there's a rhythm and you just have to adapt to the rhythm.
The rhythm is the important part.
Yeah. And depending on how many enemies are loaded in, you adapt to the rhythm. That's it.
Well, if there's a certain amount of lag, it doesn't matter, because the game lag holds your input for extra amount of frames.
Right.
So you just get fucked no matter
But
what.
still, like, within reason.
Well, there is a reason to the so this is funny. So in Street Fighter 4, I main Sakura. Probably the most.
Nice. I love Sakura.
Yeah, probably one of like the best. Sakuras,
How did I not know that about you?
Is a person named DB Joseph, who also runs DKC2.
Nice.
And then I also run DKC2 as well. And we both play Sakura, and probably both had, in terms of execution, probably had. DB Joseph was definitely the highest execution Sakura player, but I was like low key in the top 3.
Nice.
Because like the best Sakura players, excluding Japan right now. So I guess I wasn't in the top 3, but I'm in the upper echelon.
But there is a divide between
one
West
of the best,
and
like
East.
the best American Sakura player did like really safe and basic combos. And me and DB Joseph were just both insane people. We're like, no, we're going for the dumb shit. The dumb shit that we're gonna drop and then lose because of it.
I'm the worst fighting game player in existence. No, you're not. That's me.
Maybe Guile and
Daniel,
so CVS2
back me
Guile
up.
is fucked up.
I need you to back me up. I am the worst fighting game player in existence.
That's not true, by the way.
No, it has to be true. I
It's-
need you to back. How is that not possible?
It's really-
I'm literally
you
the
don't-
worst at fighting games.
you
I
don't
can't comprehend. My brain immediately turns off
You
as soon
don't-
as I start
you
playing
don't
the fighting
understand
game.
Some of the people I've seen play fighting games. I've been around fighting games.
Tell
for,
me that I'm dog shit at fighting games to be done with
let's
it.
be clear. You are dog shit at fighting games.
Thank you.
You said you are the worst fighting game
I'm
player.
pretty confident, brother. Like,
You're not the worst.
I'm pretty sure a child could beat me.
That's incorrect. First of all, this is how I was taught fighting games, by the way. So, fighting games competitively, CVS2, I'm glad it was mentioned, because that was my first competitive fighting game. Capcom vs. SNK2. The way Capcom vs. SNK2 works is that you pick 3 characters.
Right.
And then, like, the way, like, you put your character in, like, the order. So your first character comes out, and then when their health bar runs out, then the second character comes out.
Yeah.
And
My brain is like, it's like Marvel vs. Capcom.
No, Marvel vs. Capcom, you can, like, call them as assists and switch on the fly.
I don't fucking know shit, dude.
Yeah. So Capcom vs. SNK2 is like they're in like the specific order. So imagine like a Street Fighter game, and then when your first character dies, it's like
It just brings in the next guy.
You start with Ryu, and then all of a sudden you're playing as E Honda, right? Like in that order. So that's how that game works. I was told to pick 3 specific characters, and they're like, okay, so you have one button you can hit. It's this Fierce Punch button. That's the only button you're allowed to hit. And I'm like, what about, like, don't you have to do other stuff? They're like, that's not important right now. This is the only button. If you hit another button, I'm gonna yell at you. And that's how I was taught how to play fighting games, because the 3 characters I was told to play were Kemi, Blanca, and Sagat.
Oh man, I love Kemi.
All 3 characters have the most obscene Fierce Punch buttons in the entire game. They're fucked up. They're stupid. They're insane. And it's just like, that's the only button you're allowed to press. You can't hit any other button. And so that's how I was taught. I was like, okay, well, I've been given a task. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I was taught alongside with my friend Chris. And my friend Chris would always try and get cute with it and hit another button. And they're like, stop hitting another fucking button right now. I swear to God.
That would be me, though. I would just be like, yeah, but I'm going to hit this button.
I could tell you, listen, this is your one button. You're only allowed to hit this. Just do this shit.
No.
Because that's how fighting games, like, at a very, very low level work.
No, I thought fighting games is all about reading reading your opponent.
At the lowest level, it's about just having the better button. So as you get better, then all of a sudden there's more purpose to the things people are doing.
Yeah, I
like,
can't.
There's more intention.
That loses me.
Listen,
I can't pay attention to anything anyone is doing ever.
But that doesn't matter at the lowest levels. That's why you're not the worst. You're just dog shit. Does that make sense?
I guess that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
I guess.
Can you follow instructions? Then you're not the worst. Because there's people who can't follow instructions.
I struggle sometimes with the following
Also,
instructions.
Curly brings up a great point. My brain turns off when I start playing fighting games is something that applies to most fighting game players. You have no idea how accurate this is. You don't understand. You do not understand. There are fighting game players so basically what they learn is like a speedrun setup. Imagine there's a boss strat that is like, it's not a guaranteed hit, but it puts the boss in such a fucked up situation that it's like, you just spam that.
It's a matter of processing.
No.
For me, because my brain is trying.
No, Marvel 3 is just a game where you have Virgil on the field and you do uppercut and then 2 buttons and you have a bunch of swords around you and then you do whatever the fuck you want. You do whatever the fuck you want, Kemi.
I believe you.
Nothing they can't do anything about it. You just do whatever the fuck you want and then they get hit more than likely because it's fucked up. Like, you don't have to think. There's no thought involved. You just do it.
All right.
You just do that shit.
All right.
He just goes, I'm motivated, and you're like, oh shit, he's so motivated. That's fucking crazy.
Okay,
Actually,
I love the fighting game community, and I follow them anyway because they're fucking hilarious. Though, like, there are no funnier in-jokes in my experience than in the fighting game community. Y'all are ridiculous.
I love the fighting game community.
I do too.
If it's not clear, I've been competing in fighting games since 2007.
Yeah, you've been in it a long time. And you're pretty much the only reason that I understand anything that's going on in the community at all.
Yeah, I try.
And it's great.
I try and keep my friends informed of
and you've tried to teach me some stuff sometimes, and it sticks in the moment that you're teaching me, but then the moment you stop, it's all gone.
Yeah.
It's out of my brain forever. Fuck! He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them, Daniel!
That's crazy.
He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with a rich clientele. Did you know that? Guys,
we're playing a game.
Did you know that?
I guess you were unaware.
There's a murder happening right now.
Yeah, a murder has happened. You need to take this shit fucking seriously.
A guy is dead. He's dead.
I am very well aware of Nintendo's new tournament guidelines. I'm sure Curly has a much more informed opinion of that.
I'm vaguely aware of that too.
It's the Dr. Watson.
The Dr. Watson. I mean Wilson. I mean
Yeah, I know, right? Right.
This is how it is when me and Sid stream too, to be fair.
Although, to be honest, the Nintendo
only Jeremy keeps me on task when I stream with him.
Yeah. In short, fuck Nintendo. I mean, that's always been the mantra.
They've always been like that, for real. And it boggles my mind. Well, it's Nintendo of Japan. It's mostly Nintendo of Japan.
Yeah, but Nintendo of America it's not like a Nintendo of America is be like, actually we're okay with it.
But they kind of can. I mean, like, there's a lot.
No, not really. Nintendo of Japan. If Nintendo of Japan calls up a Nintendo of America and is like, hey, you need to stop that shit right now. It's like Nintendo of America is definitely yielding.
Yeah, they have to. They're just kind of like, okay,
it's like
this is just what it is now.
They're the same company. It's just Nintendo is based in Japan.
Yeah. It's just run by a lot of really old school businessmen that don't, does one of y'all uncles work there?
That sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
What do you mean by that?
It's sort of like a catch-or-pitcher situation. Top bottom.
Shut the fuck up.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident,
even though we were just told no one else was in there.
Is that correct?
Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir.
This man's as impossible to understand as the other.
He's more straightforward.
But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing you said.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I didn't know what the fuck it was.
I know what it is.
So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. I fail to see any decisive evidence about this. The soldier's claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead, despite saying no one was in there a second ago.
Stop it.
I'm not letting that go.
No, mask, please.
That is the most blatant lie. I've heard a lot of blatant
I'm the
lies in Ace
prosecution.
Attorney. This one is up
My name
there.
is Tommy Tallarico.
Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start.
Okay. I can't do the judge right now. I can't.
Now the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred.
I should really make throat coat tea the next time that we do this. I didn't think about it.
We need to, because...
Is that a baby? It sounds like a baby. Sir, yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir.
Unsavory memories of a most,
acrobatic?
acrobatic.
An acrobatic afternoon.
That's not what I said.
They're
but
flipping and tumbling all over the place.
It's like Cirque du Soleil.
Where's the baby at?
What the dog do?
I was ingesting a regulation beef stick at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
I'm glad Ticey heard what I said.
Oh my god, I totally phased it, but then now that I'm seeing the chat, and
No, we already brought up Turnabout Big Top.
yeah, we did, like
No.
immediately. Like, frame one, we were like,
We were
fuck,
like,
Turnabout,
fuck Turnabout
Big
Big
Top.
Top.
Also, welcome to Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
We were fucking watching that video.
Yeah, by the way, we
earlier.
watched that video earlier tonight.
Yeah.
We should Sid.
For like
the
the third time, yeah, because Sid has.
Oh, this is like the third time for me.
like, I'd
yeah.
seen it, but Sid had not seen it.
Sid had such great reactions.
Yeah, I wish you could have seen his face. It was so
it was
fucking
so
good.
fucking good. So many times he rolled his eyes.
Well, Sid is a very, like, expressive dude, and
Yeah.
especially the eyes, particularly, so...
It's
it was
2 hours
really,
long.
really
Curry.
good.
I'm not gonna watch it on stream right
No,
now.
it's 2 hours long. We don't have time.
I'll link it to you for sure.
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen it, please. It's so
It's
good.
an H Bomber Guy video.
Yeah.
If you're familiar.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. That's definitely a baby. Why is it only crying, like, once, and then stops?
Yeah.
It's just like, meh.
Meh.
And I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little wait. Immediately.
I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio.
What the fuck are y'all talking about? What are you talking about?
What the fuck is he talking about?
Thank you. Oh, God. Here.
Yeah, hang on, I'll just watch. So, you Sergeant Nosa actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim.
But apparently not, because you definitely just made that shit up.
Yeah, you had a baby.
I have a picture of it. And also, where's the... Is it on his back? I just realized the...
Yeah.
It's on his back.
Yeah.
Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy.
What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
Those are words you just said.
But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone.
Is that really true, Ryunosuke?
This seems pretty late to be asking
Yeah,
this, dog.
what do you mean?
It's macabre.
It's good.
Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor.
Like a dumbass.
After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when it finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting.
So naturally, I went and picked that shit up.
And then I shot him. Wait, what?
What?
Fuck. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it.
He's
You
even
know.
making the stupid face Edgeworth makes when he picks up the gun in the boat.
It's very similar to the Edgeworth
That's all I
face.
could think about.
Yeah.
Just, oh, a gun.
Oh, look at this gun. Let me put my prints
Crazy.
all over
yeah,
it.
can't smear my fingerprints all over this gun.
It. I'll shoot it a couple times. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up,
Oh, it's kind of a shame we don't have ballistics, huh?
ba-bang. Yeah,
So I'm guessing this now implies that it was a different gun. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. Yo, free gun!
Hey, yo!
Nice! Somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. Maybe it was the guy who was lying about where the victim was shot. I don't know.
There is?
Dude, come on. I know you're Phoenix's ancestor, but please.
It's his first time.
Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine?
Do it now. Do it.
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty.
Well, that's it. I guess everybody go home.
It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Please do not continue the trial.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt.
Yes.
Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict.
Yes, declare it.
I was declaring the verdict. You
Hello? Hello?
What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this?
I mean, the defense demand its right to a cross-examination.
A what?
We don't believe in that gay shit.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Go to jail!
I'm so sorry.
Just been fucking on all day with the gay shit.
so
Gay. Where's the emote? Where's the emote at? Bring it back. Bring it back. I need another drink of water.
Let me guess. The Hatsumaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
Thank you, Sotemori.
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How could he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Damn, he's good.
Oop.
Kazuma is so commanding. Ooh. Ooh. Boner City.
Boner town.
I'm going this way.
This is why we're best friends.
Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
Hands are so large. Love it. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke.
But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. Like, he literally just fucking lied. Like, it was so obvious.
How?
You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie.
Well, yes, but...
It's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence.
Right. Evidence. What
You gotta
is-
examine the cross.
What does evidence mean?
Are you? We're in school for this. Like, were you? All you need to do is to present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying.
To be clear, Ryunosuke is not in school to be a lawyer.
Oh. You know, alright, you know what? Fair. That's fair. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. Only I can beat you. I'm sorry.
All right then, it's all or nothing. You kind of missed it, by the way. He did the desk slam.
Oh, the desk slam? Oh, fuck.
But it just makes like a weak slap sound.
That's cute, though.
Because he's no confidence.
Oh, that's cute. All right, well, maybe now I should pause and save it here.
Yeah.
Right at this cross-examination. That is a good point, right?
Yeah, I think it should be fine. But it is 5 a.m. I should go to bed, so I don't completely destroy my sleep schedule.
Yeah, it's not the sleep schedule I'm worried about. It's the fact that, oh wow, you have a lot of save slots.
Okay, yeah,
Just
never mind.
kidding. I was worried about this. It's the fact that I do voiceover for a living, and I don't want to destroy my voice.
Yeah,
And I can feel that it needs a rest.
Next time, we definitely need to prepare a little bit
Yes,
more.
and I have plenty of throat coat tea. I just didn't think about it, and I, should do that.
It's fucking up my throat right now for sure.
Yeah. So.
We can talk about Kemi being bad at video games.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
I'm always down.
We could do that for sure.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was okay at some games.
I mean, you are okay at games. I don't think you're bad at games.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about Splatoon back when I actually played.
No, but I don't
Splatoon.
think so. To be clear, when I say I am like, when you say like Daniel is better than me at most video games.
No, when I'm comparing you, because like I would say that like as far as speedrunning goes, it's like I was decent enough at Earthbound. It's just that you're ridiculous at Earthbound.
But it's like you are good at the games you play. You are like very good. It's just that I'm built different, so I'm better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's that's not.
Yeah,
like,
basically.
That's not to take away. Like you are good at games. Don't get it fucking twisted.
All right, well, you guys heard it here. Daniel said it, so I am good at games, and y'all can shut the hell up. Save the thrusty, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, Daniel has a buff, so I mean that's how it is. Well, and it's like
I put more time.
You
into
had
it
like
than
the
you.
world record in Earthbound in
but
almost every category at one point.
Yeah, I was like one of the first to try and go for a sweep.
Yeah. So it's kind of I can talk shit about myself in Earthbound, but only in relation to you, really.
Yeah.
Like I was decent enough.
That's because you know someone's sick, though.
Yeah.
That's just how that works.
Yeah.
You're still good.
I feel like at least if you can sub 5, you can say that you're decent enough.
Nowadays?
No, but I'm talking about like the average person. Like it takes a while for you to get to sub 5. That's like a milestone
nowadays,
or whatever.
It's like
for like someone who's never done it before.
No, trust me.
My first glitchless run was like 8 hours.
Kemi, you have not been paying. Like I'm telling you right now, with like the advancements and strats we've come up with, sub 5.
For like the fucking first time you've ever run it in your life.
It doesn't. So the first time you're not gonna get sub 5.
Yeah.
But like people are getting sub 5 very quickly now.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I am out of the community.
Yeah.
So
Like
whatever.
people are getting sub 5 very quickly now because we've really just advanced all the strats to be like that much more consistent and stuff.
And I can pivot and just be like, I almost had the world record in pajama %, but also that's still not impressive because there were almost no runners in that category.
I'm sorry, RBM. When you told me that for the first time, it made me feel like such dog shit.
What happened? What?
So RBM, Daniel is such a freak of nature when it comes to gaming. I speedrun Earthbound for a year before Daniel started, and he beat my time in 2 weeks. I low-key almost quit from that.
Yeah, well, but I mean, I feel like, I don't know if this is a thing, but I feel like you've been in fighting games forever, and I feel like that does give you an advantage out the gate when you learn speedrun strats. Just because you're used to learning certain inputs.
Well, in terms of things like manip, especially, like the way I describe, so when I'm with like fighting game people, like they know I'm an Earthbound speedrunner, but it's sort of like.
This is the end of the Ace Attorney shit, by the way, just in case I upload this to YouTube later. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. But like when obviously in the speedrun community, it's like, yeah, I'm part of the FGC as well. It's like, that's like the odd thing. FGC, when I'm at an FGC event, like that's my main thing. And they know I'm a speedrunner. And so the way I describe manip to fighting game people is I'm like, okay, so right now manip goes for about 32 minutes, like with the current strats. So imagine you just had to do a 32-minute long combo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because that's how I treat it. I'm just like, oh, I'm just doing a 32-minute long combo.
Yeah, which I feel like, as I said, gives you kind of an advantage out the gate when you were getting into speedrunning, because you already had experience with something not necessarily super similar, but the skills were similar enough.
Yeah. Like, Manip was very easy for me to pick up just because there's intricacies in fighting game combos where it's like you need to hit the person at this specific height for this to combo into this. Especially in shit like Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is like the king of that shit. Where it's just like, you could do a combo and it's like, oh, but you hit them too high up, you gotta make sure they're lower when you hit them.
Yeah. I had, like, a little bit. I didn't have a background or anything, but I have a somewhat natural affinity for having muscle memory or whatever. Like, whenever I like, get into doing shit, like, my brain turns off, and I just let my hands do it. And that helps a bit in speedrunning, except for when you need to remember important things like certain enemy stats and shit. That shit never stuck with me. I can't tell you which enemy in Earthbound has what fucking speed or whatever. I can't. It doesn't stick for me.
I can't.
Yeah, I know you can. That shit doesn't work for me. I don't remember any fucking enemy's HP or speed or any of that shit, or what fucking your attack is, like the range of your attack on whatever level.
Not normal.
I don't fucking know whatever. Well, some people remember shit like when you get to level 5, you're gonna get this range of attack or whatever from this to this.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm like, I don't remember that shit either. Don't know it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to movement and like inputs, that shit I can do.
Yeah, I mean that's why like the setup for PJ was not something that you really struggled with.
Nope, not at all. It was a lot of input and not a lot of remembering most of anything else.
Which, by the way, I came up for that setup, so
yeah,
I'm fucking ridiculous.
It was nice. It was nice as fuck.
I broke open that category, if we're being honest.
And I don't actually even know how many people even run that category anymore.
Nobody does.
Oh, interesting. Because like when I was running it, it was basically just me and Hunter and Ultimo. That was basically it.
Really
there were other runners too, but it was, at the end of the day, it was just me and Hunter and Ultimo. Like, that was it. Because most people fucking dropped out when it became not necessary to do all sanctuaries, which I understand, because some of the tech when it was all sanctuaries was kind of fun. I don't know. I like both routes. I understand people that were like, fuck it, I'm not gonna learn that shit. That's not as appealing to me. I get it.
I like most runs are like 2 years older or longer. Well, in terms of PB, sure. That's...
Well, and I think I missed a couple, but for the most part, I've been taking my times off the leaderboards. I don't want to be...
I
thought I took all mine off, but I checked kind of recently, and I realized some of them were still on there, and I was like, fuck, I need to take that shit off.
I think I just, like, straight up deleted my speedrun.com
That's
account.
what I need to do, honestly, because I don't want to be on the leaderboards anymore, because I don't like speedrun.com at all.
I completely removed my times, so it's like...
Yeah, that's what I meant to do.
Technically, right now, I'm 5th in glitchless, but you wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
Not that 5th even fucking matters, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember my SRC password.
Maybe that's what it was, because I don't know if I remember, because I've changed my passwords around a bunch, so maybe I just don't even know how to get into it anymore. And also, wasn't there a security problem?
Yes, there sure was.
And is there still?
I don't know the answer to that.
Because, like, I don't know if that would have deterred me as well. But yeah, I really need to take my shit off of there. And if I pick up speedrunning again, which I kind of want to, but if I do, it's probably going to be Boogie, maybe PJ, and maybe Goemon. Any percent. But my times aren't going on the leaderboards anymore. They're just for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same way.
I'll just put them on my fucking panels.
I mean, I am a competitive person, but in terms of my time on the leaderboard, I know what my time is.
Yeah.
And my time is fact. So I have no incentive right now to upload it to a leaderboard. I don't really care about people knowing. I
just have an issue with speedrun.com in general. I just don't want to do it. I just want to be done with it.
Competitive with past me? I'm competitive with everyone, including past me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's how I always looked at it, but I also just, like, I don't know. I have a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth from certain things from when I stopped speedrunning.
right now, I will tell you, Earthbound Community is in a very good place.
Yeah, you've been telling me that it's been great lately, and I have been catching a lot of the Super Series tournaments, mostly just the ones that you're doing.
That's fair.
To be honest. And it's been kind of fun getting, and that's why I've been like, maybe I'll get back into it again, because I've been watching those races and being like, that's so fun, and I miss having that community. And yeah.
It feels like it did again, probably like back when I first started joining the community.
Yeah, and that's cool. And Goemon I just miss doing because it's a fun run.
It's
a very fun run.
I think it's a funny run.
Yeah, it's funny. The community is like very small and scattered and doesn't really communicate with one another or organize events or do much of anything. As far as I know. I don't know about right now. But like, the run itself is just fun. And I just like doing it. It's just, Benkei skip really fucking hurts to do my wrist. So like,
yeah,
we'll see. But I'm too stubborn to do the run without Benkei skip, you know? It's too important of a strat.
Yeah.
It's like, it saves like 10 minutes or some shit. Like, ridiculous amount of time. You gotta do it.
It's also fun. You just fucking just go whoop.
Yeah. Like, Makori slashes save so much time, you have to do them.
Yeah, but Makori slashes thankfully aren't murder.
No, I mean, it is, though. They do kind of...
No, because the most important part is timing the attack to happen at the same time.
Yes, but
like, you still have to do a flick, but it's not in the same way that Benkei skip.
Right. That's why, technically, Benkei is a Makori slash, but it's set apart for that reason.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point is that I do want to get back into speedrunning, but I'm going to focus on Earthbound first because I am trying to do the least amount of harm to my arm as possible.
Yeah, if you got a turbo controller, it's pretty good.
No, I do, because Turbo's been allowed in PJ forever, so...
Yeah.
Because there was almost no one running it, so me and Ultimo were like, it's allowed.
which is wild, because he could have said no, and Ultimo is probably the best masher in Earthbound.
Yes, it was very cool of him to do that.
Because of a nerve condition he has that actually helps him mash faster.
Yeah, he's incredibly insane. I've seen him in person mashing. Yeah, it's nuts.
He's probably the fastest masher in the community, like, still.
So,
to this point.
It was very cool.
Followed by probably, like, Uko or Fourth Horn.
Right. So it was very cool that was just decided to be a thing. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have run PJ for as long as I did. So, but now that it's allowed in all categories,
yep.
I'm definitely looking forward to at least getting into Boogie. I don't think I can do glitchless by now.
I think you still could.
It's just, I don't think I could sit down. I have a hard time. What, we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I have a hard time for sitting down and doing runs for more than a couple of hours right now.
It's a good part, though, is that you get up from Waterfall and you get up during, like, Skyrunner. Like, there's a lot of
I get nothing out of that, though. They're too short, and I get anxious because I have time blindness. So instead of gauging how much time I have, I just sit down and I'm like, I can't get up because I'll totally misjudge how much time I have. So I can't, yeah. I even get nervous about taking a piss break during Waterfall, even though I know it's like, what, 3 minutes?
3 minutes. It's literally 3 minutes. They tell you it's 3 minutes.
Yeah, but like, I don't know how long 3 minutes is. Like, you can look at me and just go, 3 minutes is 3 minutes, but that means nothing to my brain. So even getting up to pee, I don't know how long that is. So I get super nervous about those breaks. I can't use them to my advantage.
I mean, just imagine that something is small, like very slightly on fire, and you have to pee first before putting it out. So you have a limited amount of time before this fire gets bigger.
I don't understand anything you're saying right now.
What are you talking about? If you had a fire in front of you, your instinct would be to put it out, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what if you're like, I gotta put it out, but I have to emergency piss first?
No, I would put it out.
No, you're gonna piss first.
No, I literally would just put off pissing to put it out.
But you can't,
because the whole time I would probably just piss myself, dude.
Your choices are to put out this fire or piss yourself.
No, I would probably just piss myself. Because the fire could grow and burn my house down. So the whole time I'm pissing, I would just be like, it's gonna burn the house down. So I would just be like, I'll just wait. Like, literally, I can't convey the way that I'm like, if I can't gauge it and it's a short, like, 3 minutes, I'm just like, well, I'll just wait. Because there's no way that I trust myself.
What is something that is enough of an emergency that can wait until after pissing, but still is an emergency that you have to come back to? What if you had a piece of work due in 20 minutes?
Nope.
But you had to, your choice was to piss yourself and then work on this for 20 minutes.
Okay, no,
straight?
20 minutes I could definitely try to run to piss.
Okay.
20 minutes is fine. 3 minutes is I don't know.
Okay, but imagine that, like, it's like you have so much work to do in this time. So, like, it's an emergency that you get back to the computer as quickly as possible because you have exactly 20 minutes.
I would probably still do it, but I would run really fast and just be panicking the whole time. But if it was something like 10 minutes, then I would not. I would sit here and do it and be like, I'll piss in 10 minutes.
No, your choices are piss yourself or work on it for 10 minutes.
I'd still probably just be...
You piss yourself and then work on it in your own piss for 10 minutes.
I guess, yeah, and then I would
think
go...
you're a liar.
I don't
I think
know,
you're
man.
a fucking liar.
Like, you just don't understand how many times I've just ignored basic bodily functions.
I like how I refuse to yield from this, I'm like, it's got to be an emergency.
I'll sit here for hours having to piss and just ignore it.
Piss is staying.
Like I'm thankfully never pissed myself,
I changed
but like
every part of the hypothetical.
But I don't think you understand how long I will just go knowing I need to piss and not do it for hours. Like yes. Your wife has ADHD too, and you sound just like her, because it's definitely an ADHD thing. People don't understand time blindness. That's exactly a thing that people who are time blind will understand.
I'm just trying to find a way to trick your brain.
No, it's not. Believe me, I have tried.
Because that's what I gotta do.
Because there's nothing more stressful than somebody asking me how long it's gonna take me to do something. So I've gone through this anxiety and trying to figure out how to trick my brain many times, because people in very serious situations are just like, I need to know, like, I can't do shit until you tell me how long this is gonna be. And my brain is like, I don't know. I literally don't know. Why are you asking me this? I don't know what time is.
It's resistant to trickery.
I mean, yeah. Like, I'm 33 years old. I have been through the ringer. I've done this before. Like, I can't. And I'm sure that I have pissed before during the waterfall break in Leland, in the old house, when the bathroom was next to my room.
It was much closer. So,
like, and even then, I was panicking the whole time I was pissing every time, let me guarantee you. So, no, those breaks don't count. The run is however long it is, and all those breaks don't count.
They definitely do count.
No. I need longer than 3 minutes. What are you gonna do? Piss yourself? Yes!
Immediately pisses yourself. Alright, we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. Daniel needs to go to bed, and I need to rest my voice. So... I was supposed to end this a long time ago, and I don't know how long it's been.
It's been an extra 20 minutes.
Cool. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
See y'all next time. Sometime this week.
I'll never piss again in my life.
I actually kind of have to pee now.
What? No, you gotta piss yourself.
Yeah.
You just every scenario you gave me, or I gave you, you just said piss yourself. That was your auto response.
It is what it is,
time.
man. It is what it is.
You were just like, listen, I'm right-handed. I'm hitting the right button every time.
It's true. Every time. It's just Yep. All right. Bye, guys. Bye.
I really don't want this part to be cut out of the
of the YouTube video. I mean, whatever. I'll leave it in then, maybe.
You gotta leave it. I feel like
whatever.
This,
we have like no YouTube subscribers. I'll leave it in. Who cares?
I feel like, I mean, you're working on a compilation right now. I feel like parts of this.
That's true.
Count.
Oh my god! That doesn't show up on the fucking chat capture, but thank you, Sotomori, for gifting a tier 1 sub to piss yourself. I'm so glad that's a real fucking name.
Shut up, piss yourself.
guys, go pee. That's what I'm gonna go do. Have a good night.
I'm gonna go to bed. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.